This is Kate Baconsale. You're listening to Baconsale.
All right, we're here. You're sitting in the car. We want you to show us who will get far. Now I'll say boom, boom, boom. Joel says bam, bam, bam. No pause in between. Come on, let's jam. Kick, punch, don't slow our flow. It ain't gonna stop us. Let's start the show.
Wow. Kick, punch.
It's all in the mind.
That's kind of weird.
Wow.
Yeah. I thought you were actually going to have me participate. I'm like, I was ready for it.
Now kick.
Kick.
There we go.
The profundity of that, I'm like still pondering. Like
there's
right now,
a
like
reason.
it's in my brain,
The
and I'm
whiteness,
like,
I'm
how do I
pondering.
even consider that? Mostly the whiteness. Yeah, yeah.
So much whiteness.
It's the whitest thing you've
Welcome
ever
to
done.
Baconsale. I am Joel.
I'm Kent.
And Jacob.
We'd like to thank you for listening to our last show, our rom-com show. We hope you had a wonderful Valentine's Day. But we discussed 10 things I hate about you and how to lose a guy in 10 days.
Are we friends? People are really worried about us.
I don't like you.
We're friends, right?
No, it's funny because people are like, I'm so worried. I'm like, don't worry. We're still podcast acquaintances.
We've done, yeah, right. At best.
Yeah.
We've done this for years. In fact, we started this way. How did the show last more than 3 episodes?
I don't know. We would walk away angry.
Yeah, it's true.
But I can honestly say that I did not walk away angry from last week's show when we recorded.
Yeah.
Is that because you hugged so many times during
But after
the show?
we aired, and I got barraged with comments from people who apparently have no taste in like 10 things I hate about you better.
No, they're right.
And
you mean the majority of people?
That's when I got angry.
The majority of people.
I
who
was
agreed
fine
with
in the
me.
moment, but then when people were piling it on, all those mindless sheep liking a teeny bop, crude PG-13 crap.
Behind the scenes, I was editing the show, and it made me anxious. Like more than during the show. I was like, oh, I hate it when we fight.
You guys got a little rough, honestly.
Well, that's what we do.
Yeah, occasionally. We're going to do it again today, but we'll talk about that in a second. Because we also have a new patron.
We have a new patron, and it is, now forgive me here, whoever this patron is, but it's Mitchell Stones.
Not Mitchell?
Mitchell.
So it's
I-A-L. Mitchell.
Mitchell.
Yeah, but we're going to call him Mitchell Stones, but
Mitchell
he's
Stones.
a tier 2 fan.
When I saw the alert come up for a new one, and then I also saw that he followed us on YouTube, and I was like,
Wait, we have a YouTube?
Mitchell, you're not going to get much there, but
Well, we do have. I was going to say we do have a YouTube channel, but mostly we just host our Patreon videos on there. So if
Yeah,
you're a patron of Baconsale, you can see a lot of those videos we put on there.
we do make a lot of videos, but they're all private. You have to be in Patreon.
Yeah, exactly. But that's not what we're talking about today. What are we talking about today, Jacob?
Today, it's time to discuss. Who's this to my left? This handsome fella. I've seen you before.
That's Kent.
You have seen me before.
Oh,
that's
next
right.
to Kent. There's
Next
another
to
red-shirted
Kent, it's
fellow.
the other guy. It's the capital L. Listener.
The listener.
Spencer,
Hello,
a sitting
everybody.
listener is here with us today.
And I'm going to call him by name, Spencer Larson.
Wow, that's like the third time.
Ever. We've been friends for like 5 years.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that.
Honestly, Spencer, that's pretty good. He just usually calls me that guy.
Yeah.
Now, if you don't know, every year we nominate a listener, a capital L listener, who has to compete through a grueling challenge in order to become our listener with
I don't
a
know if I
capital
like the word
L.
nominate there. I feel like they really
No, they
earned it.
win.
No, they
Yeah.
did. And Spencer, you were able to do that, and you had a whirlwind of being the listener this year with all the events we send you to and the parades and everything. So thank you for making time in your busy listener schedule to come here and be with us.
Absolutely, my pleasure. It's been a good ride, and I'm going to enjoy it while it lasts.
Because come
couple of
April,
months, yeah,
I was going to say,
yeah.
come April, you'll be on the chopping block again and have to defend your title.
Bring it on.
Nice.
Oh,
So
this is
Spencer,
good.
why don't you tell the listener, with a lowercase l, about yourself a little bit?
The
Well,
other person that listens.
I am a man, to quote you guys from your first episode. I enjoy pop culture.
It's bacon time.
Cool Boy Podcast.
Yes.
I have seen all 4 Shrek movies. I don't know. What am I supposed to say here?
That's what you're going to lead with, though. So
Yep.
that's what people are going to remember. It's like Spencer, the Shrek guy.
Oh, and I like video games.
Oh, that's kind of fun. Because
It's funny because 2 minutes ago, Joel asked Jacob what we were talking about today, and
That's what it was.
video games.
Yeah, we never quite did get to that, did I? Yeah. We're going to do
It
a
generally
video
takes
game
us a few minutes.
hero bracket.
Yes.
Sponsored by Mr. Spencer the Listener.
Yes.
Are they all heroes?
Oh,
Are
absolutely they are.
That's a good question.
But
Are they?
before we get there,
Yes.
there are a few questions, including a new one, that we're going to ask you. Joel?
So, Spencer, you've been on the show a couple times now on the listener competition,
Correct.
but we've never asked you these questions.
And I am excited to answer them.
So, I'm going to ask these two in rapid fire succession. There is no right or wrong answer unless you choose one that we like.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Question 1. Which is better, Karate Kid 1 or Karate Kid 2?
Karate Kid 1.
Yes, it is. Which is worse?
He needs a win. He really does.
Which is worse?
He's probably not getting the last
Star
one.
Wars Episode 1 or Star Wars Episode 2?
I had to change my answer on this one. The C-3PO puns are just too much. It's episode 2.
Yes, it is.
Sorry, buddy.
Wow.
Do you rate movies using stars or letter grades?
Letter grades.
There we go.
Which is the more America movie, Rocky 4 or Independence
That's
Day?
going to have to go to Rocky 4.
Okay.
2 and 2.
Is Night Before Christmas a Halloween movie or a Christmas movie?
It is a Halloween movie.
Spencer, you were doing so good before. Buffy or X-Files?
Buffy.
Ooh, 4 and 2.
Lord of the Rings or Star Wars?
Star Wars.
Nice.
I forgot who voted
That's
what.
me.
Okay.
Which is more Christmas? Which movie is more Christmassy, Die Hard or Lethal Weapon?
Die Hard, because that's the one I've seen.
See, people just
People
don't know.
know.
They don't know.
People know.
Phantom of the Opera or Les Mis?
Phantom of the Opera.
Yes. Labyrinth or Never-Ending Story?
Oh, that's a tough one. Labyrinth, I guess.
Okay.
What?
And finally, How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days or 10 Things I Hate About You?
How to Lose a Guy. I'm so sorry, Joel. It's 10 Things I Hate About You.
Yes.
I don't want to bring it up anymore.
Can we get a high five right here?
about a
Actually,
finger
a finger boop. Boop, boop. On the show.
Cute. So, even though you failed that quiz miserably, Spencer,
He voted for you a lot.
he did.
that's true. That was
Pity
pretty close.
vote. But Spencer has created a bracket, a video game hero bracket. And you can find this at baconsale.com and play along at home. But you've chosen, there are so many video games out there, Spencer. And I know people are going to be like, you didn't put this person in. You forgot this person. Why didn't you talk about this person?
Because
How
there could
did
be
you
hundreds
choose?
and hundreds here, yeah.
There's so many out there. How did you choose which 32 we're going
That's
to
a
make the
good,
bracket?
a good point. And let me say, it was not easy eliminating such heroes as Booger Man,
Booger!
the Pong Paddle. I don't know. There's probably a few others. Here's what I based it on. So I wanted.
Kind of wish
first
that
of
had
all,
made it.
maybe for round 2. First of all, they needed to be playable characters. They have to be considered as protagonists, so no villains. So we don't have Bowser in there, for example.
But there's a couple on here that I'm like, are they a hero?
I guess they're the hero for the story because you're rooting for them, because you're playing as them. I don't know. All right.
There's one in particular I'm looking at. But
I'm curious who you're thinking of here.
I also decided that we weren't going to use anything based on a license. So no movies, no TV show characters. So no like Batman, Scrooge McDuck, the Noid.
Yeah, Noid. Thank you for saying that. Or cool spot.
The cool spot.
people were going to be like, where is the Noid? You
Yo,
guys
Noid.
didn't do the Noid.
Joel, I
Where's
figured out
Pepsi
who you're
Man?
talking about.
Yeah, he did?
Yep.
Okay, good.
I think there's a Burger King game too.
Probably.
King. So with that, I ended up with a pretty broad list of characters, and so I narrowed those down. I tried to include some very well-known ones, as well as some lesser-known ones, and some ones that probably shouldn't be on the list, just for fun.
That's the Bacon Cell way, is like give them
really
a little
is.
bit now and then save a bunch for, if people like it, a future
We
show.
can do another show.
There we go.
More content.
So the way this works is that we'll be going through each one of these in a matchup. It'll be a vote system, so Kent, Spencer, and I will be voting. But then we're going to vote, and majority wins. So 2 out of
Yes.
3 goes ahead.
Okay.
Are we ready to get started?
Let's do it.
Are we really, though?
Please.
Kent, why are you sweating?
I'm just so excited.
Okay. Our first matchup is going to be Mario of Mario fame. Are you guys going to do intros? Who's doing this?
Yeah.
Yeah, you do it.
Explanations?
Yeah, you do it.
And that versus Lance Bean.
From Contra.
So
Because everyone knows the name Lance Bean.
Mario's first game was Donkey Kong in 1981. Everyone knows Mario. He's the plumber.
Do you know what his name was in that game?
Mario.
Jumpman.
Jumpman.
Yeah.
Jumpman.
Okay.
It's funny though because like he originally was called Mr. Video is what they originally had the name, and then he got in the game as Jumpman. But was originally a carpenter, and that's why he had the hammer, because it doesn't really make a lot of sense for a plumber to have a hammer.
Yeah.
Right.
And then as they got into Super Mario Brothers, they said, hey, he's going in a lot of pipes and underground. Let's make him a plumber and fit the theme.
Right. And give him firepower.
Of course.
Meanwhile, I don't know why you chose Lance Bean when you could have chosen Bill.
You mean Bill Reiser?
Bill Reiser. Lance Bean, red pants. Bill Reiser, blue pants.
Both
Now you know.
shirtless.
Both shirtless.
Are you listening,
When
Jake?
you're fighting aliens in the
am.
jungle in 2060 or 2006, what is it? 2633 AD. That's what it is. You don't want to wear a shirt in the jungle when you're fighting aliens. In real
So
life.
there is a simple explanation for why I picked Lance and
Instead
not the
of
other
Bill?
guy. I couldn't remember Bill's name.
But you remember Lance?
I actually think Lance.
Somehow, yes.
Lance is the
That's
better
crazy.
character because they're best friends. And then Lance, who's also known as the Black Mountain Cat, he's based on Sylvester Stallone, whereas the other one is Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Correct.
He was the hero, but he became the villain over the course of the series, and then he died in Neo Contra.
Okay.
Bill held him. He was dying in Bill's arms.
You got pretty
It was
deep
so
into
sad.
Contra mythology.
I
there.
really
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
He did. I also know that
I'm trying to think of our millennials and Gen Z listener
They know, if you don't know the Contra code, come on.
They've heard Contra code, yeah.
Lance is 32 years old, 6'3" and 240 pounds. I found
He is 32 years
serious.
old. Just in the series.
Apparently.
So we know Mario's powers, right? I mean, there are so many because the games have gone
into an enemy, he dies.
Well, that's a weakness, right?
That is not a power, but yes.
We should clarify something right off the top, is that we cannot, and this is just the way I think, and you guys may not agree, we cannot take the multiple lives thing serious in this game because almost every video game character will come back after they die.
Right.
Like some characters, you only have 3 lives, but then you can continue. Other characters, they just keep respawning every time. In modern games, there is no continue. You just keep playing the same game over. So we got to throw that out the window if they can live again.
Agreed.
So would you
These
guys
rules
like
are
to
gonna
know
be all over.
Would you guys like to know skills and weaknesses before, or do you just want to get straight into the battle?
We gotta set them up first. We can get more quickly.
I agree.
Okay, so Mario, jumping, obviously, his speed is good as long as you hold the B button. Stamina, agility, gymnastics, and he can transform. Transforming is his main thing. Granted, it's also weakness because
transforming is his main thing. Jumpman's main thing is transforming.
Yes, because he's become 50 different items and objects throughout
but he jumps. That's how he proves his identity in some cases.
He jumps.
He does
but
love jumping.
It's pretty basic. Like Mario, you basic.
It's me.
But he needs
Thank
enhancements.
you.
Like he needs drugs, he needs flowers, leaves, suits in order to become the Mario he's intended
So basically
to be.
like Joel performing on Baconsale.
Wait, at what
Yeah.
point does he take drugs?
Oh, we'll see.
Okay.
Oh, come on. But we'll get into this.
All right.
And then on the other hand, we have Lance, and he's a soldier, a super soldier. He has tactical senses. He's a one-man army, superior strength, weapons master, survival skills. He has a spread gun and a laser gun.
Or a flamethrower.
Are we assuming he
Flamethrower.
has access to all of these weapons during this battle?
I think we have to.
Spencer?
Are we going with the action figure
This is
rule here?
this is the question of who's best. This is a to the death match, like a Hunger Games style battle.
But the weakness of each of these guys
got their
is
crap.
being touched once or twice.
I know. Or like a Goomba. You walk into it. Oh, that's it.
Yeah.
Beer. That's the noise every time Contra guy bumps into a wall. Beer.
Isn't that your weakness too, Kent?
You being touched? Yes.
But looking at it, Mario has definitely evolved where he's got it starts with a superhuman strength, which by the way, does he break the bricks with his head or his fist?
He breaks them with his fist. If
Because
you
he
look
jumps
closely.
up and he has one fist in the air. And I always thought it was his head.
Yeah,
It's like 2
it's his
pixels,
fist.
nobody knows.
He's breaking bricks with his bare hands.
Yeah.
I mean, not if he's small. It's only if he takes the mushrooms.
Yeah, then
Do you
he
guys
just
want
bumps
to
them.
know something kind of dark about that?
Yeah.
In the manual for the original Super Mario Brothers, it talks about how the inhabitants of the Mushroom Kingdom were turned into bricks. So Mario is breaking people.
What?
You just made Kent's
Look
night.
it up, I promise.
I love this.
Insane. But then, Lance Bean, I hate his name. He's Red Pants.
I know.
He's
They're
part of
Player
LL
one.
Bean,
Wait,
Joel.
Player 1 was Blue Pants.
Yeah.
Player 2 was Red Pants.
Yeah, it's-
As the younger brother, I knew this.
You were also Luigi then.
Yes, I had to be Luigi all the time too. But I'm going to have to give it to Mario because Mario at least had the edge that if he's eating a mushroom, he will shrink down and you have at least a buffer there. Or if he has a flower, you'll get 2. But with Lance, I cannot tell you. I have to do 30 lives every time on Contra because I bump into robots and die. I get hit by one little BB and die. Someone jumps out of the frame ahead of me and I die. Lance is a fragile man and he's going down.
Yeah, this is really a battle of who runs into each other first on this one. Lance could use his spread gun to shoot at Mario, but Mario really is too fast for the gun. Mario jumps on Lance's back as he
Too
ducks.
fast for the gun?
He's too fast
Have
for
you
the
seen
gun.
How are you
Mario?
too fast for a spread gun?
No, I've seen Mario do those little run
You
through
can jump
courses
between
where you
stairs,
can
straight ahead.
People are insane with Mario. He can jump through
And he
fireballs.
can jump on Lance's back as he's crouching down, and Lance is dead in one hit.
Wow. Okay, well, Spencer, you don't even get a vote in this.
Yeah, on the first one.
But
Kevin,
what,
all right.
you
what
vote.
were you going to vote for?
I was going to go with Mario.
Oh, well.
So it's a hat trick here.
There you go. Sweep.
That's a sports term.
That's a fashion term, which I know
that's when they
just
get
as much about.
That's when they get 3 field goals in basketball, right?
Something like that, yeah.
Perfect. All right, our next matchup is going to be Sonic the Hedgehog
From Sonic the Hedgehog.
of Jim Carrey movie fame versus
Just came out this past weekend. Go see it in theaters.
Huge success.
Not a sponsor.
versus Crash Bandicoot.
From Crash Bandicoot. I should also clarify, I was going to do the dates these people first appeared because
Ooh, that'd be
Yeah, Sonic
interesting.
in 91.
Sonic
and
91,
then Crash in
Bandicoot
96.
on the PlayStation.
Yeah.
That's a Naughty Dog thing.
Yeah, you
Whoa,
are.
Jacob.
Whoa.
Calm
Family friendly.
down.
Oh, I'm pretty sure I know where you guys are going to vote here.
So Sonic the Hedgehog, super speed, enhanced durability, enhanced acrobatic skills and reflexes, enhanced strength, enhanced jump, enhanced stamina, hand-to-hand combat. Really?
Breakdancing skills,
Yep.
grinding,
Yep. It says grinding in there.
You could learn
vehicle
from him, Kent.
intuition.
Homing attack. I mean, there really are so many. A lot of these characters who have been going forever, they're almost the Mickey Mouse of this bracket where they just have unlimited powers.
A lot of these do.
Whereas
Very
Sonic,
true.
he has a weakness. He can't swim, as we well know.
Yeah.
That music.
Spikes.
I'm so stressed right now.
Getting
Bumping-
touched.
Yeah.
Impatience.
Another weakness.
Leaving friends behind.
Yeah.
Also, deviant art.
Yeah, for sure. DeviantArt. That's a
Bumping
good
into
reference.
robots, fan backlash at your live action design. These are all weaknesses that Sonic
That is
has.
true.
Whereas Crash Bandicoot, he has cyclone spinning. He's a contortionist. He's a yo-yo master, sliding, body slamming, titan jacking, which sounds awesome.
What is that?
And he's immune to mind
that a
control.
dance move?
But his Crash's weaknesses are depth perception, getting touched, per usual, heights, nitro, and dynamite.
I also
Also
have
water.
I have falling down pits, choking on apples, and the player getting frustrated and giving up. That's another
Yeah.
weakness.
You
of Crash
gave up in
Bandicoot.
Crash?
Got so frustrated. That
Really?
Oh, that game is hard.
When you had to run away, and it's like keep
It's
falling down. You're
brutal.
like, oh,
Yeah, his biggest weakness is landing where you want him to, I think.
yeah. Although if he gets 3 Aku masks, they make him invincible. Who do we go
For about 10 seconds. A lot like other games.
Well, like Sonic, he also has invincibility. He has a force field
for
at
about
times.
10 seconds.
All right,
yeah.
let's have Spencer start this one.
So I went really simple on this one. Crash is a cheap imitation of Sonic the Hedgehog. Sonic's got more history. He's been in more games. He can travel at the speed of light, according to some.
Speed of light?
Exactly. He can travel through time a la Flash. It's got to be Sonic the
He
Hedgehog.
can't travel through time. He doesn't.
There's a
he's
game
not
where
jacked
he
into
does.
the Speed Force.
Oh, he does. Also, we have to take into account Supersonic. Crash Bandicoot doesn't have anything like that. You
When he
remember
gets all the power,
he gets all the Chaos Emeralds,
and then
he
turns yellow.
Exactly.
Super Saiyan.
Yeah, so it's going to go to Sonic on this one.
So I think Crash will be spinning because when he spins, he can kill enemies just to get anywhere near him.
Like a tornado kind of
And then
thing.
Sonic will just go down to the ground, go, and then spin him and hit him right off a cliff.
The spin dash.
The spin dash will take Crash Bandicoot out.
Well,
would.
Crash like walks into a turtle and dies. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, so does
Son-
everybody. So
Sonic,
does Mario.
Well, Sonic doesn't
yeah.
if he has rings. So if he has rings in his pocket, then he's probably going to be okay. I was going to vote for Crash Bandicoot, but then I found out that Crash is prone to impolite personal habits, such as belching or scratching his posterior.
Oh.
Posterior.
That's when he's waiting for you to pick up the controller.
Yeah, which I think is actually kind of funny.
Scratching your posterior.
What accent is that, Jake?
I don't know. Posterior. Your posteriors.
No,
Stop
obviously,
it.
I was going to
Post
say
haste.
Sonic has more speed than Crash ever had. And so-
Apparently, he
well,
can
yeah.
time travel, guys, according to our guest.
A la the Flash.
yeah. So there you go. It's going to Sonic. the Hedgehog.
All right, next matchup is going to be Arthur from Ghosts and Goblins
Originally 1985 on the Nintendo Entertainment System
versus
1985
Simon Belmont from Castlevania.
in 1986 on the Nintendo Entertainment
So
System.
we have the mightiest knight in the kingdom. Someone that gets down to his boxer shorts if he's touched once. That sounds wrong.
Whoa. You have a lot of comparisons with these guys.
No, but that's the thing about Ghosts and Goblins is like you get hit once and your armor just disappears, and all of a sudden it's this guy in his
And you're
boxer
so much
shorts.
weaker without armor.
Also, like the hardest game ever.
It is.
Oh, it's so hard.
Because you don't get the extra lives in
Yeah,
this game.
There's
Yeah.
nothing.
By the way, if you don't know, Ghosts and Goblins is the story of a knight who needs to rescue Princess Guinevere, who is kidnapped by Satan.
Hate it when
No
that
big
happens.
deal.
Hate it when that happens.
Isn't Satan like a purple dragon that just flies
Pretty
like
much.
diagonally?
Yeah.
And then there's Simon Belmont from the legendary Castlevania series. He is one of the many Belmonts in the clan. He's a vampire hunter, and he has an arsenal of weapons, like literally everything you could think of. But he's a little bit slower. He is cursed if he's wounded. Can't swim, like a lot of these characters, and spikes are bad. Whereas Arthur, he's dead in 2 hits. Going commando, that's a problem for him. And water as well. So Arthur, he's going to walk up confidently to Simon, and he's going to toss a warning knife, because knives are one of his big weapons, right? You get the knife, or you can get the firepower that you kind of toss at the ground.
It's
and
like a
it
Molotov
always misses.
cocktail.
Yeah. So Simon's whip does nothing against Arthur's armor, so he tosses some sacred flames towards him, and Arthur jumps out of his armor and into the whip of Simon. Instant death.
That's a compelling argument. All right.
I'm going to make reference to something that maybe some of you younger audience members have not heard of, and that is Captain N, the Game Master. Mega High! Exactly.
Mother brain!
And if you've seen that, not only are Mega Man, Kid Icarus, who we will maybe refer to later,
Yes.
and I think that's it, our characters on that show, you also have Simon Belmont, and Simon Belmont is a pansy.
Banned from Twitter.
Sorry
what a
about that.
terrible night for bad words.
I know. I'm sorry.
He's a blowhard. Like he's a
But
cocky
he
jerk.
is. He's very cocky. He
In the
doesn't
game.
ever accomplish much. And
He defeated Dracula twice.
What, not in Captain N, the Game Master.
Oh, that's canon.
It kind of is, Ken.
Wait, so you're saying because you don't like him, you don't like his personality, he's
No,
going to
no,
lose
he
to a
was
guy
always-
that wears heart boxer shorts.
He was kind of a coward in the show as well, and he was far more concerned with his appearance than actually doing what was right, which is
His
maybe why you
8-bit
like
appearance.
him.
Oh, wow.
And so I'm
Well
going
played,
with
sir.
I'm going with Arthur for this one. Even though he does get down to his boxer shorts, he has a more noble quest, and I think he's got what it takes to defeat Simon Belmont.
That whip, though.
I have one question, and I need this clarified for me.
Sure.
Does Arthur have access to Medusa heads?
No.
Okay, then it's Simon. Definitely. Because that was the worst part of Castlevania is
It
the
is.
stupid flying Medusa heads as you're trying to play the game, and they would kill me every single
And they
time.
always bounce into you, and you bounce back. And you do have many hits, by the way.
You
when
do
you're
have more than
Simon
one hit,
Belmont.
yeah. You can build up, you have like a health bar rather
Yes.
than getting hit once and die. Whereas Arthur has the 2 hits and he's dead, so I got to give it to Simon Belmont from Castlevania.
That's
Thank
fair.
you. Because if we use Captain N for the win, I'd be really upset.
Oh, I'm going to refer to it later. Don't worry.
Oh, as will I.
All right, our next matchup is going to be taking us to a more modern console. It's going to be Nathan Drake from Uncharted
Uncharted in 2007 originally on the PS3.
Yeah, still going.
versus Lara Croft.
1996 on the PlayStation 1 Tomb Raider, yeah. Sorry, Jacob,
So
cut it off.
Nathan Drake, he is a thief, treasure hunter. Lara Croft is an archaeologist.
Yeah, think of it like Nathan Drake's kind of this Indiana Jones knockoff.
And Lara Croft is an Indiana Jones knockoff.
Yes.
Stole my joke, kid. That was called bump and set, and then we both spiked.
Stole the ball and then you spiked it. I wish I was hot and pot noose.
Baconsale.
I'll go first on this one. And I don't really have an idea in mind because both of these characters
They're
are
almost equal.
survivalists.
They're very similar.
Very much so.
Although I can't help but think about the Lara Croft, the last, the new iteration where she dies violently.
Oh,
over
man.
and
I
over.
actually, let's jump into that. So I have powers and abilities for Nathan Drake: climbing, shooting, surviving, historical knowledge, map reading, equipments, guns and grenades, lots of them. Weaknesses: falling from heights of more than like 11 feet, bullets, and zombie monsters.
Also, arrogance.
Yes, he's also got arrogance. And then Lara Croft, powers and abilities: climbing, hand-to-hand combat, acrobatics, linguistics, marksman, survival skills. Her equipment is dual pistols, rifle, bow and arrow, shotgun, grenade launcher. Her weaknesses, and this is right, comes in, Jacob. Her weaknesses are sharp sticks in the water, falling from waterfalls,
Yeah.
and easily distracted by bike races
In the movie.
in the movie.
So the Tomb Raider game series, it is classic, but it was always the controls were a little janky, and it was improved after Uncharted came out, which would be kind of...
Well, they imitated Uncharted once that was
Right.
the thing.
Now, you guys know that I love the Uncharted game series. Like, that's
Yes.
one of my favorite game
great.
series of all time.
It is fantastic.
But my impression of Nathan Drake is him getting the crap kicked out of him all the time.
yeah, still surviving, though.
Yeah, he does. Yeah. He's always bleeding. He's always beaten up. He's occasionally shot.
Fingers of steel on
He,
those
the guy can
arms.
try, yeah. But the way I see this playing out is that it does come down to it's one gun versus 2 guns in my mind. Where it's like Nathan Drake has his one gun, he's going to run out of bullets, and Lara Croft's going to both guns out, pop, 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 pop. Nathan Drake's dead.
I'm going to have to go the opposite there, and I'm going to go with Nathan Drake solely based on his climbing ability because I feel like half of those games were climbing up things.
But what arena are we putting them in where they have to climb, where that's a skill he needs to survive?
Spencer, it's
Hunger
interesting.
Games. There could
It's
be a
interesting
climbing.
you say that because Nathan, he sees Lara Croft and he is like, "Wow, she's gorgeous."
He's taken.
Whether it's 1997, which is a little weird,
The polygons?
yeah, a few polygons, or now he's like, "Wow, I really want to woo her," and he says, "Hey, Lara, let's do a climbing battle." Right?
Yes.
Let's get to the top of this mountain.
Correct.
Right? And
Yeah.
so you think he has the edge. She agrees, but obviously she's kind of tricking him. And so he does this perfect jump to the rock wall. Boom, fingers of steel. Starts climbing up. All she needs to do is pull out the bow and arrow right in the back.
Pin him to the wall.
Pin him to the wall. He's dead.
Lara Croft.
Lara Croft.
All right.
Poor Nathan Drake.
Nice try, Nathan.
I was going to say one thing I wanted to point out is that someone in this room actually has gone as one of these characters for Halloween. Kent was Lara Croft a couple years back.
Exactly where I thought you were going.
No, Kent was Nathan Drake, and he even got they do this thing on Nathan Drake called the half tuck.
Yeah.
where it's like they want him to make him look nice, but not too nice. Like his shirt is always half tucked in.
Yeah.
And Kent totally did that when he did the costume.
You remember when I showed
It was
up
like
to work?
2013.
Yeah, it was a long time ago. I showed up to work and I wasn't dirty enough, so I went out in the front lawn and there was like a mud patch.
Yeah.
And I just started wiping it on my face and my shirt.
That wasn't really different than most days.
Yeah, it's
though.
true.
Yeah.
The homeless guy next to me was like, "Yeah, I do that too." You an adventurer?
There was a lot of them around.
Well, here's the other thing is like, and I wanted to bring this up
You
too.
an adventurer?
If you guys were going to argue with me, I was going to
Thank
say,
you. It's a proposition.
like Nathan Drake, when he fights, it's like just he swings punches. He has no real style or skill to how he fights. But Lara Croft is trained. In
She really
fighting.
is.
She's got
She
that.
is more trained. You're right.
All right.
It's hard to imagine Nathan Drake losing ever because he's just so tough.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, he
Although,
can take a punch.
he really can.
Yeah, but I've seen
And
him
sharp
die
sticks,
so
they don't
many
affect him.
times.
all he has to
So-
do is carry on sharp sticks.
No, I can't tell you how many times I've like fallen off like a cliff that's just a little too high, and it's like Nathan, no.
All right, next matchup is going to be Parappa.
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 I don't like. That's why I kept reading it.
So
I'm
when
like,
I
don't
did
know
that
this
weird
song.
rap, that was
the
where I was from.
rapper. That's
Yeah.
okay.
Parappa
yeah.
Rappa from Parappa the Rapper in 1997 on the PlayStation.
That's right. I mostly know that from you guys talking about it.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
Taught me how to drive.
Versus Pikachu.
from Pokemon Red and Blue, or I should say originally on Pokemon Red and Blue 1996 on the Nintendo Game Boy. If you don't know, Parappa the Rapper is like a rhythm game. Think like a Guitar Hero, but with an onion and
But
a dog
without an
rapping,
instrument.
and you're just pressing buttons on your paddle.
Yeah, but it's rhythm. It's all about coordination in this game.
It is. You have to
Yes.
you have to hit it on the rhythm.
How did that game get a sequel is what I want to know.
Did it?
Yeah,
Two sequels.
Jammer Lammy.
It got Parappa the Rapper 2 and Jammer Lammy, who plays the guitar with a beat.
Oh, so it's like that's actually Guitar Hero.
It was like the precursor to Guitar Hero.
And then Pikachu, you probably know who Pikachu is, but if you don't know what Pokemon is, it's a turn-based fighting game where animals are enslaved by captors and then forced to fight each other until they're unconscious.
For kids.
So Pikachu, he's got Electrokinesis, Thundershock, Thunderbolt, Full Tackle, Gigavolt, Havoc, Iron Tail, and Agility. But his weaknesses, water, grass, dragons, apparently, and other electric powers.
That is kind of a common
Which can
weakness.
nullify it.
You know,
whereas Parappa, his skills are rapping, skateboarding, problem solving, cooking, hairdressing, dancing, driving, and martial arts.
He's a paper-thin
But
rapping
his
dog
weaknesses
with a
are
beanie.
heartbreak and poor user coordination.
Now, it's been a long time since I played Parappa the Rapper.
I loved it.
And so I looked up like a playthrough on YouTube. That beginning is like an acid trip.
Yeah, you'll skip that.
Like,
you
it's like
just
they're
skip
in a
it.
restaurant and there's this bully and then there's like all these speech bubbles and it just makes no sense whatsoever.
What console did you say this was?
PlayStation 1.
By the way, the name Parappa is a play on the Japanese words meaning paper thin.
Funny enough, Pikachu is based on the sound that electricity makes, Pika, and Chew, the sound a mouse makes in
Yeah.
Japanese.
Exactly.
That's so cute. So I think the battle's going to go this way. I think they'll be buddies because they're both like cute little mascot characters. And Pikachu, he doesn't really like the rapping, though, of Parappa. Like, it kind of
Well, who
annoys him.
would?
Yes, he's more of like an adult contemporary fan.
I gotta believe.
And so Pika's like, Pika, Pika, Pika. And Parappa's like, Pika, 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 trying to repeat him. Pikachu
Parappa.
just gets really mad and just sends a bolt of lightning right through the 2D chest of Parappa.
So Pikachu is weak to rock types in the Pokemon game, and you know who does not do rock? The rapper. So I'm going to go with Pikachu.
Hold on, that was your argument? Yeah, better than mine.
Logical, very logical, yeah.
Wait, you said rock, right?
Yes.
Paper beats rock. Rock beats Pikachu?
I was waiting for this.
No.
Yeah, but that's how the game works, because water beats grass, and grass beats fire, and fire beats not water.
I read
don't
this
know.
and I was like, it's cute that you put Parappa the Rapper in there, but like I said, he's a paper thin rapping dog who has never seen the top of his head.
You gotta believe.
Really?
Apparently, they said that it's revealed multiple times that Parappa doesn't know what the top of his head looks like. In the final episode of the anime series, the others saw what was at the top of his head when the birds took it off and were freaked out by the appearance.
Is it like an open skull?
I don't know.
I gotta know. It's 2D though.
But the problem is he's dead. The paper's going to get electrocuted by Pikachu.
Is it because the lightning went through his head?
That's probably what it is. That's why he has the scar.
Now, lest you think I was tossing you a softball there is a fighting game with Parappa the Rapper, PlayStation All-Stars.
Yeah.
What?
It's a copy of Smash Brothers.
Yeah, and it's not nearly as good. He
No,
beats
no.
people with a microphone, and he also has a boombox that can attack other people. So
Kick, punch, it's all in the grave.
Oh.
All right, for our next one, honestly, Spencer, this is a pretty funny matchup. It's going to be Pit
From Kid Icarus on 1986, originally on 1986 on the Nintendo Entertainment System.
versus Red Bird.
From the original Angry
doesn't
Birds
have a
game,
name.
2009, on every mobile device in every bathroom.
Do we hate Angry Birds because of the movie or because of the games?
What's Angry
Movies.
Birds?
What's Angry Birds, you say?
It's so long ago now, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, yeah, they have the movies.
They're making the movies, which seems really
do
late.
people watch these movies?
Kid Icarus, if you don't know that
two of
game,
them.
Like 10 years later.
people know the myth of Icarus, flying too high to the sun, wings melting off and all that. but he was kind of this angelic looking being. He's like a little cherub kind of guy who like walk around and like shoot a bow and arrow a bunch of creatures and jump around.
It's a Metroid type game. Yeah. He actually can't fly though. Unlike the Myth, he can't fly by himself. So like he can kind of hover
by himself.
Yes,
but he can fly with the help of, I can't say her name right.
The Light of Palutena.
Palutena.
The goddess of light.
What was Nintendo's deal with the name confusion back then? Because you had Metroid and Samus, you had Legend of Zelda, which
And
had
Link.
Link. And
Yeah,
Kid
why did
Icarus
they
is
do this?
not the name of the character. His name is Pit.
Did we just find out it was Pit like a couple years ago? In
Yeah, I
Smash
think
Brothers?
Smash Brothers.
I'm not kidding you. When they put out Smash Brothers and they're like Pit, I'm like, who the heck is Pit? I had no idea that was Kid Icarus' name.
Why all the deliberate misdirection? You know, like this is.
I don't want to
marketing.
blame the Japanese.
It's their fault.
But Ken did.
Our listeners in Japan, we're very
How
sorry.
do you say sorry in Japanese?
Yeah.
Oregato.
Nope.
No. Okay.
So Pit does have a lot of weapons. But he's not very strong. Like if you played him in Super Smash, like he's got some cool combos, but they don't land very well, and so he has trouble landing a knockout even when foes are like at like 300%. And if you played Smash Brothers, you know what I mean.
Gomenasai.
Correct.
But
That's
What's our
Redbird-
Smash Bros. Episode?
Redbird, this is basically it. He has wrestling and fighting skills, and that's it.
Does he?
His weakness is temper.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, does he have a slingshot in
This
this?
is what it actually
He
says.
is thrown from a slingshot.
Is
On
he in
his
this
page,
fight?
on the Angry Birds wiki, it says, despite being the main character, Red, for the most part, does not have any actual abilities. Weak against stone and can only break if the stone block is almost destroyed. He's kind of the bottom of the barrel. He's the training wheels of the Angry Birds game.
True.
Like I do think Red will like aim for Pit, and Pit will kind of be just like hovering there, and he'll aim, and it'll be off this big cliff, and then as Pit like descends because he can't stay up for very long, Redbird will go right off the cliff trying to kill him. I think we can all agree Red's dead, right?
I'm afraid not, because you forget that in 2 games, Redbird turns into Anakin Skywalker and Luke Skywalker, as well as Optimus Prime. No, it's Pit. I'm just saying.
My word! First Captain N.
The red Angry Bird has no appendages, so I don't know what it would do. Just maybe roll around on the floor.
No, that's it. He's literally used without the slingshot and someone pulling the slingshot.
Yeah,
right.
So, yeah, Pitt's going to arrow him right in the face.
The weirdest argument ever. Except it wasn't really an argument. But next match is Aloy
From Horizon Zero Dawn from 2017.
On the PS4.
versus Link.
From The Legend of Zelda.
1986 on the Nintendo Entertainment
Spencer,
System.
this is a very good matchup.
Yeah.
So Aloy is a seeker for the Nora tribe. I don't want to give too much about the game, but she's kind of a cave warrior,
Okay,
essentially.
so Horizon Zero Dawn, the game, is set in the far future when there's been an
Yeah, we could say
apocalyptic
that.
war. So there's machinery, but it's like
It's almost
primitive.
prehistoric.
No, it's like all nature is machinery now.
Yes.
Yeah,
And so in order to survive, she has to learn how to take down machinery, which is actually very difficult when she goes hunting
There's
or whatever.
like machine dinosaurs, for example.
Yeah.
They're the ones you fight most of the time.
Right.
Beautiful game. Like just the visuals on this
Yeah,
are quite
it's gorgeous.
stunning.
Where Link has like memory loss, or he's living like a memento day because every game is Link again in the same adventure.
listen!
That's driving me
that
crazy.
hurt.
Listen! Hey! Listen!
Oh, hate it so much. Excuse me, princess.
But Link doesn't even talk that much.
No, only in the annoying cartoon.
Yeah.
Wait, is he German?
Yeah. By the way, dang it, Aloy is a common expression of anger in my house because when I was playing Horizon Zero Dawn at Jacob's request, and I played it, and it was so frustrating. In fact, I have here powers and abilities from Aloy. It says she's a skilled hunter, endurance, acrobatics, climbing, master archer, equestrian. And then equipment, she has a bow and arrow, spear, and other gadgets. Like she has a focus that allows her to see like enemies' weaknesses and things like that.
Yeah. Also explosives.
And she has an overrider where she can override machines. And then her weaknesses is information, because every time you tell her something new, she's taken aback for like at least 3 cutscenes. And then not doing what the controller tells her to do. Because I can't tell you how many times I'm trying to fight one of those stupid bellowbacks.
I never had that problem.
And all of a sudden I'm like, dang it, Aloy. And my kids are always watching me play. And so they started saying, dang it, Aloy.
which is funny.
So...
Well, it's interesting you bring up controls because Link, he has so many skills. I mean, if you have 100% health or 3 full hearts, you can shoot your sword lasers at enemies.
with the Master Sword.
Yeah, with the Master Sword. He has a shield. He has a boomerang. He has a bow, bombs. He has the ocarina, which can basically change night to day or vice versa, or put him
So
in
you're
other
saying
places.
he can travel through time?
Well, he can travel to different places.
That's actually why his name is Link. Because originally Triforce was supposed to be a connection between the past and the future, and he was the link between them.
But the problem with Link is the hard button combos in the recent games that you have to memorize. And if you ever stop playing for like a couple weeks, you might as well start the game over because you'll never remember how to get through a castle. Also, your swords break all the time.
We're not talking about best.
Are we talking about
We're not
Breath
talking
of
about
the
best
Wild?
character. We're talking about these two fighting it out, though.
This is a weakness.
Well, he's
of
saying,
these
yeah,
two
his
young-
sword breaks
these two
all the
young
time.
adults fighting it out.
Yes, but Link's swords break all the time. Okay, so I do think the Link has more ability to get through the challenge, but in order for him to beat her, he would have to actually look up hints online or in a Nintendo Power magazine. And so by the time he actually looks that up, Aloy would probably just shoot him in the head through his pointy hat with an arrow. So
I'm going to disagree.
Right.
okay,
Because I feel like Aloy, she did learn a lot of skill through the one game she was in.
Mm-hmm.
Link has learned so much more from his range of skills that he knows so much more about fighting that I think.
But remember, every game resets. It's always a new experience.
It does, but at the same time, he's always up for the challenge. And also, he is an amazing archer. Aloy, it's dependent on who's controlling her.
Wait, so you're saying it's your fault that she would lose this?
Yeah, like don't bring you into this.
I'm bringing me into this because my experience with the gameplay is that she was good at times, but dang it, Aloy, she frustrated me so much, she's dead.
Oh, poor Aloy.
Yeah.
You're going to kill off Link?
Well, yeah, but it's your fault that she's dying.
Yeah, that's the
It's
craziest
the focus,
argument.
too, because she's like trying to use the focus like, oh, it's not working. My focus, I'm dead.
All right, Spencer, you have to
So
break
I'm
this.
the tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to have to go with Link.
You would.
Yes. Sorry about that,
How
but he
dare
can
you, sir.
control the wind with that wand from Wind Waker. He can change night to day. He's got a myriad of weapons, and don't let us not forget the hook shot, which is much easier to use than any weapon that Aloy has.
Is that Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's? Is that what he does in the hook shot?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And in one game, he has 2 hook shots, and he can fly around like Spider-Man. So Aloy is going down.
I do not
This
blame you
is
for
so
this, folks,
nerdy.
but I'm sad Aloy's gone.
Me too.
Yeah. All right, next matchup is going to be Desmond Miles
From Assassin's Creed and from 2007.
On the Xbox and the PS3.
versus Solid Snake.
From Metal Gear 1987 and so on.
Yeah, we should say so on. Like when we say the dates, we are talking the original time,
game,
because
yeah.
there's been so many games.
Metal Gear Solid is the most well-known
Like
series.
personality-wise and like abilities, these guys are really similar, but they're in such different eras. So like their
So
weaponry.
Desmond, he is an assassin, but he's more so like the progeny of assassins, and he has to go
give
back
a little
through
bit of the
his
story of
histories.
Assassin's Creed.
So Desmond is basically a captive from a huge corporation, and they dig into his brain, basically with a device, and they make him relive his ancestors' past. And through that,
I'm making butter.
Yeah. Except for his ancestors
I'm so
made butter with
hungry.
people's brains,
That's right.
basically.
No, all his ancestors are assassins, and he has the DNA connection to them.
And he's just like, I'm a bartender. What's going on? Meanwhile, Solid Snake, he is a genetically
From Metal Gear Solid.
a genetically engineered soldier. He doesn't really know it, but throughout the games he finds out. He is just a super spy that has to infiltrate all these weird utopias and these evil military organizations.
I see
Very
this as
sneaky.
a very fun battle, though, because
Yeah, it is.
as we know, Assassin's Creed travels through time. So I see this as not one battle. I see this as a series of battles as, Desmond Miles loses and then keeps going back in time to try to find, and forward in time, trying to find, not forward in time, but like present time, trying to find incarnation of Solid Snake that he can defeat.
These guys are both all about strategy and being sneaky, though. Like,
But you know what Desmond Miles doesn't have, though? A cardboard box.
yes.
Because Solid Snake has in his arsenal
my
a cardboard box that he can suddenly fold into, and then the people walk by and not
so
pay
silly,
attention to
yeah.
him.
Are you saying Solid Snake?
I'm saying Solid Snake's going to win this one because he has a cardboard box and will
it's
fool
the
Desmond
cardboard
Miles.
box that's going to win this
That's
thing?
what's going to do it on this round.
Wow. What about you,
I'm
Spencer?
going to have to go with Solid Snake as well, thinking along the same logic. I really like the box thing. He's just survived a lot more than I think Desmond Miles is capable of, and we have to keep in mind Desmond Miles does a lot of his fighting in basically an Avatar situation.
He's in the Matrix.
hooked to a computer.
Yeah. The Animus. If the Animus is in
true.
play here, I don't
That's
know
true.
how he might be able to fight
Also,
him.
look, there's another advantage you're not thinking of. Solid Snake has a gun. So,
Hey, no, he won't
Desmond
need
Miles
it.
has hidden blades and a gun.
Solid Snake,
What?
it's close quarter combat. I think it's obviously Solid Snake for the win, but I think
Yeah.
Desmond, who is trying to escape from the company, will try to hide in a locker. Solid Snake's are already there, and he's going to choke him out.
yeah, he
He's
does love
dead.
doing that.
By the way,
he loves doing that.
Desmond Miles was voted one of PlayStation 3's worst characters, saying, quote, while voiced admirably by the ubiquitous Nolan North, who did Nathan Drake as well. It's impossible to shake the feeling of pure monotony when stepping into Desmond's shoes when all you want to do is hop back in time and stab
That's
people
you.
in the face.
Yes. He's the worst, actually.
Oh my gosh, that's so true. All right, our next matchup is Doom Guy.
Just Doom Guy. One
That's
word.
his name, folks.
Doom Guy. From
Like,
Doom.
is that for real?
Yeah,
he doesn't
he's
have a
really
name?
called
And
Doom
it's
Guy.
one word.
Or Doom Slayer, some people call him, but from Doom 1993 on the PC.
Versus the most natural opponent you can imagine, Ecco the Dolphin.
1992
Sega
on the
Genesis.
Sega Genesis. So Doom is a first-person shooter. You're walking through corridors, fighting demons.
Pixelated demons.
And then Echo the Dolphin, you're literally a dolphin in water trying to find your pod that got taken away by a weird tornado.
By aliens.
By a weird tornado initially. You don't know it's aliens.
The Vortex Queen, who
Yeah,
you have
spoiler
to
for
defeat.
know that
1992.
Spoiler alert! No one's ever getting to that point in the game.
I wish
Doom
I could just
responsible-
write Doom Guy up here as the winner, but I never know what you guys are going to do.
Well, Doom...
Let's talk about strengths and weaknesses. So the Doom Guy is a Marine. Clearly, he's skilled in all sorts of weaponry. He's
He absorbs the souls of people he kills.
But the
and
other
becomes
one's
stronger.
a dolphin.
How would it be to absorb
about
a
it.
dolphin soul?
So he's a firearms expert. He's got fast speed. He has good codes.
Which
if he can use. Doom Guy, sorry.
just making sure.
Echo with a machine gun.
He can walk through
Incredible.
walls and stuff.
But also, like, Doom Guy, his weaknesses are like poorly pixelated fire blasts. He can only shoot straight. He can't shoot down. And I'm going off the original games here. Also, lava is a big weakness for him.
Well, I think it'd be a weakness for a dolphin, too.
Echo the Dolphin. It's his strengths are sonar that pushes objects and hurts your eyes and ears. Unlimited breathing underwater.
No.
Time travel.
He
This is
does
Spencer.
He
travel
does
time.
not have unlimited breathing underwater. I've been killed by that
you
so
can
many
earn
times.
it. You can earn it.
I never got that far.
Oh, that's too bad.
It's a boring game.
Temporary
Wow,
invulnerability.
you guys have actually played this game?
Yes,
I
we
am
have.
impressed.
But his weaknesses are poorly timed jumps because you're always trying to go to the next pool,
Yep.
and jellyfish. But
Also, SeaWorld.
I'm giving this to Echo. Okay. Echo, the last villain of Echo, is a giant H.R. Geiger alien face that you have to break.
H.R.?
H.R. Geiger, who
Geiger?
did Alien, the Alien series, the Xenomorphs. It's a giant xenomorph face. You have to break the jaw off, and all these drones are coming at you. And all you're doing is a dolphin just kind of spearing each of these.
And kids were like playing this game like, oh, it's a fun dolphin game. We get to the end, they're like, what is happening,
it's actually
Mom?
terrifying because this thing is absorbing your family, basically. He's eating the whole pod. So I think Echo is going to hide in a poorly pixelated little blue pool, and then his head's going to pop out. He's going to throw a sonar into the eyes of Doom Guy, and then jump out and spear through the chest of Doom Guy.
That's not
Echo
how
the dolphin.
dolphins work, right?
Have you seen the Simpsons episode?
Simpsons isn't real, right?
It's not real. These video games are, though. And this bracket is real, Joel.
Just saying.
we're gonna go-
You're playing Simpsons logic to a Sega game.
Yes, a 1992 Sega game.
right.
Both in the height of their
By the
Still
way-
more logic than we usually have.
I just want to. I'll give my argument this way: the equipment of Doom Guy: armor, brass knuckles, fire axe, grenades, chainsaw, pistol, shotgun, super shotgun, machine gun, chain gun, rocket launcher, plasma gun, and Echo the Dolphin's equipment: blowhole.
Sonar blast. Spencer,
So-
the world
It's very uncomfortable.
Sega's marketing
the
department,
world
by the way,
is 70%.
Sega's marketing department wanted
Okay.
to call him Botticelli the dolphin.
70% water, by the way, and so he can go anywhere. Basically, hell is like tiny, right?
Right.
And that's the only place that Doom Guy is
For the
fighting.
planet
in.
Mars.
Yes,
So here's the deal. How is Doom Guy ever going to kill Echo the Dolphin unless he goes into the water?
precisely.
No. Echo the Dolphin jumps out of the water a lot in the game.
Does he, though?
He does. You have to jump over
he
the stupid
jumps
wall.
out, but he's
that was
still-
one of Kent's defenses.
He's still over the water, right? So Doom Guy's going to have to,
He'll be
submerge
caught off
himself
guard
to
'cause
some level.
Who sees a dolphin coming at you with it, those bottlenose to spear right through your chest?
Spencer, I assume you've listened to other bracket shows, correct?
Look,
He's going
I
to try to
put
put
a lot
guilt
of
trip.
thought into this.
He's like, "Don't upset me, Spencer."
No, I'm saying don't upset,
Like
the,
Ryan
don't upset
did.
the lowercase L listener.
and I made this decision before. It's got to go to Echo the Dolphin just because Doom Guy is a man and dolphins would kill us all if they had the chance.
Oh, this is exactly
Spencer.
what I was saying.
Joel, here's the thing. None of these two would go to the finals anyways.
Plus, I feel like Doom Guy is very similar to two more characters we're going to talk about in a second here, and I would like some variety in the next few rounds.
I love you, Spencer.
I apologize, Joel.
Apologize to the lowercase listener.
I apologize, lowercase listener.
It's stuff like
You
this
don't
that
need to.
kills
You-
our credibility because people are like, they're not taking us seriously.
You are the listener. Sorry, we're going to put Doom Guy over Echo the Dolphin.
Also, Echo has a name and deserves to go on.
Yeah, Doom Guy doesn't even have a mother. All right. All right, next matchup is Cloud Strife
From Final Fantasy VII, released in 1997 on the PlayStation 1.
versus Spiro. the dragon.
Oh, okay.
Spyro.
Spyro. I always said Spyro. I do know this one.
You said Bargs too
That's because that's how you say it.
And the game series starting in 1998.
on the PlayStation. Cloud Strife abilities: he has the Cross Slash, Blade Beam, Conjuring Meteors, Creating Tornadoes. He's Dodge Lightning Bolts, Durability. He has the Buster Sword and the Materia, which is crystallized Mako that he can equip onto his weapons to allow him to cast magic spells.
So if people don't know Cloud, it's a very anime-inspired character with big, pointy blonde hair.
You've seen
and
his
a giant sword.
Like when we say giant sword, we're not talking like a sword. It's like literally like, how do you explain that? It's like a box that's sharp. Like a giant rectangular box that's sharp. This knife is bigger than he is, or the sword is bigger than he is.
Yeah, he handles it with finesse. Meanwhile, Spyro the dragon, a little purple dragon, trying to save his family, or dragon's frozen.
Oh, well, you guys are going to vote for him then because he's a little purple being trying to save his family.
He's adorable.
He does breathe fire.
Yeah, fire, ice,
And ice.
electricity, water, bubbles, and earth.
He can fly.
He can headbutt as well. But he is bad against armor and cliffs because he can't really climb or fly up the cliffs because he can just hover. And that's about it. So, Spencer, you start us on this one.
You know, just for the fact I'm going with the traditional knight beats dragon, I'm going to have to go with the giant sword decapitating Spyro the dragon.
Oh.
Simple as that.
Yeah, it's class. Sorry, Spyro. He's adorable.
Oh, yeah, this one's easy, guys. This one's easy because the dragon versus the knight. Not like a dolphin versus a marine who fights demons from hell.
Echo versus Spyro. That would be a match to see.
Marine that fights demons versus a dolphin.
Did those demons have
pretty
echolocation?
No, they did not.
I didn't. If they had that, he might not have made it.
Ridiculous.
All right.
I would have put Spyro through.
All right. Next matchup is Master Chief.
From Halo Combat Evolved.
I like to call him the
2001.
Master Chef, but whatever.
On Xbox.
Versus Samus.
Originally on Metroid, 1986 on the Nintendo Entertainment System. So Halo, once again, first-person shooter. You get together with your buddies, play that on a Friday night. Good time.
Oh, yeah.
And then Metroid, that's like old-school Nintendo. You're going through this alien world.
Yeah, all 2D. You go into a little ball.
You can curl up in a ball and go through tight spaces, and then you find out at the end, dun, 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 Samus is a girl.
Yeah.
Big twist at the end there.
Woke Nintendo for the win.
Yeah, back in 1986.
The skills of Master Chief, pistols are pretty awesome. Shotguns are cool. Rockets are kind of a weakness, I would say, because you can always kill yourself.
True. Yeah, especially if there's a dolphin nearby.
The swords, Master Chief is very susceptible to getting stabbed like one time and he's dead.
Right.
But his weapon proficiency and vehicle intuition is off the charts. Meanwhile, Samus, she has amazing speed, strength, has the power suit, and I think that's what this battle is. It's power suit v power suit.
Yeah.
Because it's just two regular people in there.
Right.
So, Joel, you want to start us on this one?
So it's interesting in this one because I found out a lot about Master Chief that I didn't know. Like apparently he has virtually unbreakable bones. Like they put like stuff into his bones to make him unbreakable.
Yeah, they're like 15 times stronger.
He survived a fall from space, and that's pretty impressive.
Wait, a fall from space?
Like falling, I think he re-entered the atmosphere.
Okay.
Because of the suit.
Yeah. He's 6'10" and 270 pounds.
Wow.
With his armor, 7'2", 990 pounds. By the way, Master Chief, in his childhood, was also known to have a small gap between his teeth and freckles upon his cheeks.
Upon them, huh?
That's
That's what it said in
sweet.
the bio. And Samus, she's got an arm cannon.
Yeah, plasma beam.
Then she can morph into a ball and roll around. She does lose her armor if she uses too much power. Her armor will disappear and she'll be in her Zero suit, which is kind of just like a spandex suit, not offering a lot of protection. By the way, Samus is 6'3" and weighs 198 pounds.
So would you,
without her power suit.
believe it or not, Reddit has threads dedicated to Master Chief versus Samus Aran.
Really? What?
Yeah. Reddit's crazy. Have you been there?
Yeah, I've been there.
That's crazy. Yeah.
And
Front
so
page of the internet?
everyone talks about the armor, whereas his armor, if you leave him alone, like let's say he takes a few hits, if you leave him alone for 10 seconds, it will regenerate. Hers won't ever regenerate, but it lasts a lot longer than his scientifically on Reddit, right? I say that in quote marks. And so if she can just keep pummeling him, she can win. It's just not letting him hide or let him regenerate at all because her suit will last longer. I think with the plasma cannon, like I think just keep pummeling him, I think she's going to take the win. And she has the speed on him as well. And pistols, if you jump in the air a lot and you just shoot down, he's dead.
I don't know. The problem is if he's driving a tank and it rolls over, he's dead.
Oh, that's it? That's all it takes?
Or if she puppy guards the
flag?
the flag,
Yeah.
he's dead.
Yeah.
Or if she's a screen watcher and figures out where he is at the
Yeah.
beginning.
Wait, are we all saying Samus?
I think so.
I was actually going to say Master Chief. Though,
But then you
because-
talk about the tank rolling.
Well, it's more like she loses her armor and becomes much more vulnerable if she uses like the power. And I think she's going to exert all her energy in her suit. and then it's going to go away, and the Master Chief's going to have the edge and be able. He'll be able to pull out a needler or something like that and finally get her.
The needler. That's the
That's
worst.
all he's got left.
Yeah.
But you guys both voted
Samus.
Yes.
Fair enough.
Samus it is.
I know someone who will be very mad at that result.
I was just thinking, we're going to make some people upset with that one.
Not the dolphin one, though. That was perfectly logical.
Obviously.
Now, this is the matchup I was questioning, Spencer.
All right, next match is Ryu
From Street Fighter, the original appearance in 1987 in the arcade game.
versus Sub-Zero.
Hero? Sub-Zero?
Yes, actually.
Okay, maybe this one is a bit of a stretch.
He is a hero.
Next one, too.
Explain.
Well, there's many
From Mortal
different
Kombat
many
in
different
1982.
generations in the Mortal Kombat game, but generally Scorpion is the villain.
That's true.
And
Scorpion's
Sub-Zero
the bad
is
guy.
the good guy.
No.
He's like infiltrating or something, right? Sub-Zero?
He killed Sub-Zero in cold blood, and Scorpion returned from the grave as an undead specter to avenge his death.
Yeah, because they're rivaling factions. Doesn't make him a villain. It makes
He
them.
killed him in cold blood. It wasn't
makes
in
them
combat. It
enemies
wasn't
to-
honorable.
This is Mortal Kombat. Is there warm
It
blood?
wasn't honorable. It's honorable if you're fighting each other face to face, and it's all part of the tournament. He killed him in cold blood.
Wait,
Ken.
does cold blood mean in the back?
It's Sub-Zero.
Or does it mean ripping out your spine
Of
during
course,
battle?
he's Sub-Zero. Does he ever kill anyone not in cold blood?
Yeah, that was awesome.
And on Super Nintendo,
Which is funny because here's the thing, Spencer, by the way, I was going to say this. You picked Ryu and Sub-Zero.
Correct.
Whereas my preference is Ken and Scorpion.
Oh, it's very American of you.
save that for the sequel.
Scorpion is?
No, Ken.
Nationalist.
He's the American version of Ryu.
Oh, well, I've always played Guile
All right,
anyway,
Spencer.
but out of the two, I
You were a
choose
Guile
Ken.
fan?
Oh, Guile is my guy. You could never beat me with Guile, Kent.
I want to play the Guile music right now.
We're
while
going to play
you're
right
saying
after
that.
this. You should.
Fun fact about Ryu: he likes beans and
Ryu?
hates spiders.
I had that too. But I also
his ability is.
I also read it's pronounced Ryu, not Ryu.
Fair enough.
Wow.
That's why I read that because I was like,
Are you sure? Because in Super Smash Brothers, when they announce the characters, he is Ryu.
yeah. But they also say Brazil when they talk about it in Street Fighter.
They also don't know how to pronounce things. Yeah.
So
The nerve of those people.
So Mott's skills
Thanks, Japan.
are Hadouken. He can sleep
Did you
anywhere.
say
No,
Mott's?
Yeah, I did because we're confused on the name.
you got to say
Correct.
it right. His skills are what?
Hadouken,
Hadouken. What else?
Shuriken.
Yep. And
What's the next one?
wow.
it's actually
Kazunte.
Satsumaki Senpu Kyaku. I don't know how to
Okay.
say it, but that's what he's saying when he's spinning around doing the kicks. By
his-
the way, these are both fighting games. If you don't know,
his
head-to-head
weakness,
fighting games.
Ryu in the stories and cartoons, he always has to one up his opponents. He's very competitive, but he's kind of sluggish as well.
He was the only playable character in the original Street Fighter. It was Ryu. You were Ryu.
Oh, that's
what
true.
you did.
Meanwhile, Sub-Zero, as we know, it's cryokinesis, near teleportation, so it always has to be like right behind the other character. But his weaknesses are he's predictable. Also, weak combos. He can freeze, but it doesn't last for very long. And his uppercuts are kind of terrible.
Sounds like you're going for Ryu on this one.
I don't really know on this one. I don't have a winner.
You were just downplaying. You just basically talked up Ryu and then talked down Sub-Zero.
But Ryu's sluggish.
Your bias is showing.
But I'm not going first on this one.
It's not the only thing.
I did want to point this out because I didn't know this. Apparently, there have been two different Sub-Zeros. Originally, in the original Mortal Kombat, his name is Bai-Han, and then he was killed. A Scorpion did avenge his death, and then his brother, Sub-Zero's brother, Kuai Liang, came in Mortal Kombat 2 as the new Sub-Zero.
And he adopted the ice powers of the family.
He did.
Obviously.
It's all part of their training. Also, I found out that Sub-Zero was named after the 1987 film Running Man. There's a character in there called Sub-Zero.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
He was going to be called, what were they going to call him first? Oh, Tundra. He was going to be Tundra, but then they called him Sub-Zero because of the movie.
So you always chose Scorpion over Sub-Zero. Was there a reason?
I just liked the character. I
Get
liked
over
I liked the
here.
move. Yeah, I like the.
And you like the skull
It
when
is
he
a very
took his
cool
mask
Yeah, the
off.
fatality was better. I thought it was better because it was one my mom wouldn't get mad at if she was in the room
Lighting someone on fire with your...
versus pulling someone's skull or spine out of their back.
She wouldn't
Yeah.
get mad at the fatality?
Which physiologically, that's not possible to pull someone's spine out like that. The ribs are all attached.
Hold on. Spencer?
No,
Get over here.
don't
Get
kill,
over here.
Don't kill the listener.
Not again, Kent.
All right, Spencer, who wins this one?
I'm going to go with Sub-Zero, based mostly on the ice powers. Ryu or however you say his name, Mott's, doesn't have anything like that. And I feel like he's just going to get frozen and smashed into little pieces. So I'm going with Sub-Zero.
What about you, Joel?
I'm gonna go with Sub-Zero as well.
Sub-Zero?
Yeah, because
Okay.
I just thought about it and like they are pretty equally matched, I think, in skill. And the energy plasma ball is only going to do so much. And then Sub-Zero is going to do his ice to the ground thing. And Ryu's got bare feet. He's going to slip and slide all over that.
He
And then he's
does
going
have
to fall
the bare
down.
feet.
Although I will say Sub-Zero went out like a punk in the movie. I was always so mad
Yeah.
about that. But Ryu, I've never thought he was like a very good character.
Okay.
He's the Liu Kang of the Street Fighter.
What if it's Ken versus Sub-Zero?
Ken. No, I'm kidding. They're exactly the same. If it was Guile versus Sub-Zero, that's something I could put in there.
It's actually pronounced Keen.
I think the bare feet sold me, so I'm going to say Sub-Zero as well. Not that it matters.
The bare feet.
All right, next matchup is Joel
Yeah.
from The Last of Us.
2013 on the PS3.
Again, is this a hero?
Joel is totally a hero.
Is he?
Is he?
He totally is a hero.
Is he?
I feel like there's some bias here.
I
based
would
on
totally
name.
The
He's a
hero of
hero.
Ellie or hero of humanity?
Yeah.
He's the
what's-
hero of Ellie.
what's the
Definitely the hero
hero?
of Ellie. Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
We're not going to give spoilers for Last of Us.
Versus Leon Kennedy.
From Resident Evil 2 or Resident Evil 2.
1998 on the PlayStation. And actually, Leon only appears in Resident Evil 2, 4, and 6.
Yeah.
So he's like the even numbered
Yes.
and, protagonist.
He starts out as a rookie cop, like coming into town. He's like, "Oh, I can't wait for my first day on the job," and he shows up,
Zombies.
and the town is destroyed.
There's dolphins everywhere.
Actually, that's a terrifying game right there.
And Joel, if you don't know The Last of Us, it's another post-apocalyptic game where the virus is basically wipe people out, and there's kind of creatures that you have to then fight.
A very serious content in this game.
Very serious. Like The Last of Us is actually one of the most heart-wrenching games I've seen played.
I mean,
Oh, yeah. The story is-
it's graphic, it's bloody, language, and the story is
Yeah,
just
it's-
brutal.
Yeah. But they also visit Salt Lake, which is kind of cool.
Joel's
Yeah.
powers are just more that he's a survivalist.
Thank you.
He doesn't really
Like-
have powers.
He's kind when he wants to be.
That's true.
And deceptive. He's
Sometimes.
bad at picking romantic comedies.
Nope, that's not true.
But like he will fight to the death just to survive.
Well, he's also quick with making weapons.
yeah,
right?
he's a craftsman.
So yeah, like he grabs things.
Joel's
it's
great
like,
at this.
oh yeah, duct tape and this, and then some nails. I can kill zombies.
But then you have Leon Kennedy, who is like, he becomes a government agent. Oh, man, the worst. Listen! But basically, he gets to know basically every weapon.
kind
And
of
so
the
he's,
worst name for a video game character.
Leon.
Kennedy.
Well, he
just-
does live in Raccoon City.
He's
so.
this extreme tactician. His weaknesses for Leon, he can take multiple hits. Like, he can be bitten by a zombie as long as he has some green herbs around.
Can I propose a scenario?
Yeah.
Please.
Let's say that Joel is defending Ellie and Leon Kennedy is defending
Joel from the
president's
game, right?
daughter.
Ooh.
Joel
Ooh,
Ashley.
that's interesting.
Yes, correct. Ashley.
That's actually a good thing because, well, okay, I'll actually say something there.
Okay.
Because I feel like Joel in The Last of Us would do anything and did do anything to protect Ellie.
He did.
Right?
Can't tell you how many times when I'm playing Resident Evil 4, I was like, just let her die. Joel, he's got super intensity and he's got fatal chokeholds.
Yes, you do.
Thank you. The guy is a survivor, but at the same time, he's not very strong against rebar. Spoiler alert.
Oh yeah.
And he actually Ellie has to end up saving him. I don't remember Ashley having to do that with Leon.
Yeah.
Also, I feel like Leon's weaponry is maybe a little stronger.
It is.
And I think Joel is a creature of circumstance, meaning he was built because of the world he lived in. I think that Leon had the training going into it and has only grown stronger since. I got to give it to Leon.
So I'm going to say that Joel is going to throw a bottle or a brick.
Are you talking about Joel or the video game character?
Yes.
At you for voting for dolphins.
Into a corner. Leon is going to be distracted, and Joel's going to try to sneak up on him to stab him in the neck with a screwdriver.
Can I say something, by the way?
Please
In
do.
the game, like the person's literally standing like feet away from you. You stand up to throw a brick across the room, and then they turn around to look at the brick.
No,
And I was
I'm
like,
getting to that. I'm getting to that. And right as he's about to get to him, Leon's going to turn around and shoot Joel in the face. I'm going to Leon Kennedy.
See, I totally agree. I say Joel, he survived clickers and bandits. Leon has survived lickers and tyrants. Tyrants are huge. If he can beat them and they are unstoppable, he could beat Joel easily.
My past, I suppose.
All right, next matchup is going to be Pac-Man. Can't wait till he fights Leon
From the
Pokemon.
1980
or
game.
anyone
The arcade game, yeah.
versus Kirby.
First game, Kirby's Dream Land, 1992.
On the Game Boy. Kirby, by the way, when they designed him, they designed him as a placeholder. It was like, okay, we're going to put a real character here. Let's just put a big round blob there first. And then they ended up saying, keep it.
It became an icon.
Yeah, let's do it. Kirby, if you don't know, he basically floats around. He's a little puff pink ball, and he floats around inhaling and eating things and then spitting them out as stars or like absorbing their power.
Correct. Fun fact, in the first game, Kirby's Dream Land, where he comes from, they actually painted him as white because the Game Boy game is not in color, and they didn't know what color he was supposed to be.
Oh, so where'd they get pink from?
racist.
So he's a ghost, basically.
Yeah.
By the way, Pac-Man, his powers and abilities, a huge appetite, temporary invincibility, rev roll, and butt bounce.
Oh, also trophokinesis, which is the power to regenerate
What?
by absorbing food and vacuum breath. He has vacuum breath, much like Kirby, apparently.
Yeah. His weaknesses are ghosts and timers.
Yes. So I think the battle's going to go this way. Kirby knows that Pac-Man is afraid of ghosts. So he starts inhaling them because Kirby can become whatever he inhales. And it just so happens that Pac-Man finds a power pellet just as he inhales the ghost. Kirby, his body changes to dark blue, and the ghosts he absorbs, they become terrified, and Kirby can be swallowed by the yellow menace that is Pac-Man.
Ooh, that was a good fight.
Yeah.
That was very persuasive.
I'm going to have to go with Kirby based on the ability he has to absorb anyone's ability. He can pretty much be Pac-Man if he wants to, and therefore he could have any strength that Pac-Man has.
If he eats him first.
Yeah, he could do it easily. He's got a good range.
Easily?
Where Pac-Man has to be right in front of him.
Pac-Man's
waka,
a
waka,
jawbreaker.
waka. I'm going with Kirby.
Here's how I see it playing out, gentlemen. You've both given very compelling arguments. I see Kirby inhaling Pac-Man. And then, as Kirby's sitting there, all of a sudden you hear a very faint... and all of a sudden, Pac-Man bursts forth from Kirby, having eaten him from the inside out.
Oh.
Pac-Man is an unstoppable eating machine.
Whoa.
Kirby just inhales things. It's Pac-Man. And if we don't stop Kirby now, he probably won't be stopped.
You think Kirby's going to stop Echo the Dolphin?
There's no way.
Don't be crazy,
Good luck
Joel.
catching
I've got
him.
the power of blowholes.
Yes, you do.
And the ocean.
That's a quotable quote right there, Joel. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, next matchup is going to be Donkey Kong
From Donkey Kong from 1982.
versus Kratos.
Kratos.
No.
Kratos sounds like some guy that would sell you insurance.
Kratos.
Kratos sounds way tougher.
Kratos.
God of War 2005.
Yeah, that's definitely more
I always said
like
Kratos
Greek.
as well.
You say Kratos?
It sounds more...
doesn't even sound cool.
It sounds Greek. Kratos.
But Kratos.
Actually,
and
I'm
in
just
the
thinking
game,
Kratos sounds more Greek.
in the game,
Yeah.
they say Kratos.
I never played it.
Boy.
Don't call me boy.
It's more
Boy.
like
Boy. So Donkey Kong is the first villain for Mario games, would we say?
Yes, although in Donkey Kong Jr., Mario was the villain.
Yeah, that's true.
And he had entrapped Donkey Kong.
Yeah, and then Donkey Kong Country came along and he started throwing barrels.
And wearing
This is an
ties.
interesting
Yeah.
matchup.
He was a lot
Yeah.
smaller for some reason.
Yeah, that's true. And then he could start on, and he became, I think on the Switch, he became a musician with his own drum
Bongos,
game.
Donkey
yeah.
Konga.
So powers and abilities Donkey Kong. Tremendous strength, unlimited supply of barrels, superb jumping, swinging, and climbing skills. Capable of using bongos as weapons. Expert horn player.
Yep.
Yep.
You know what? Kratos, he was a servant to Ares, the god of war. This is a very mythological heavy game.
He was a Spartan, correct?
He's a Spartan general. And then
call him
he
the ghost of
basically
Sparta.
he cursed Ares and then killed him. Spoiler alert! And became the god of war.
Sounds like him.
And then killed every single god we know of the Greek world and now the Nordic world.
Wait. Is this in the game or is this the mythology?
It's the games.
Okay, because I'm like, I've never heard that.
Yeah.
Okay.
In the third game, he kills
In the
Zeus.
mythology, basically, he just kind of makes Prometheus's punishment even worse, like by nailing his hands to the boulder.
And that's just
stuff
part
like
of it.
that,
Yeah.
So his skills are vast, and we could go into them, but I have to give this one to Kratos. His only weaknesses really are regret for what he did to his family, because he was made to kill his family, and that is why he cursed all the gods.
I'm going to have to go with Donkey Kong because he's the closest relative to a dolphin.
He's
And
an
I don't know
animal.
much about Kratos, but looking at him, I'm like, look, yeah, Kratos has like this kind of demigod status, but Donkey Kong has done so much more with his power, and he's going to
Like what?
smash Kratos.
So here's how I
throw
see that
barrels at
happening.
him.
He's going to throw barrels, but it's going to be a quick time event. And if you played God of War, you know that's a very common thing. So Kratos is just going to push the right smash button every time and go right through the barrels, and he's going to spear Donkey Kong with the chains of Olympus right through the chest. He's dead.
But then
he's a
Donkey
monkey.
Kong's going to come around in his little go-kart from Mario Kart,
donkey.
run over Kratos a couple times.
All right, Spencer, make this
so,
right.
So here's the deal. Kratos is a god, but you know who fights and defeats basically what are gods on a regular basis? Donkey Kong. In the
What?
first Donkey Kong Country, he defeats a giant beaver, a giant vulture-looking monster.
Yep.
In other games, he defeats a giant seal, a bipedal alligator. If these aren't freaks of nature from above,
one of Kratos' skills is immortality.
Here's how I see it.
Immortality.
you know who else
I've got
had immortality? King K.
Spencer,
Rool in Donkey
Spencer,
Kong
knock
Country
it off
2.
right now.
Here's how it goes down.
Chronokinesis.
Here's how it goes down. Are you
okay.
ready? You guys know in Donkey Kong Country, when you get in one of those barrels and it shoots you to another barrel, it shoots you to another barrel, or it shoots you to another barrel.
Correct.
If you point them the right way, you kind of just go in this loop. Kratos is immortal, so Donkey Kong's going to shove him in one of those barrels, and he's just going to go in this eternal loop and never
One
be
of
able to
Kratos'
stop.
power is zoopathy. He can control animals. Donkey Kong is an animal.
But where is he going to have to
Spencer?
fight him? The jungle.
Oh, he doesn't.
And if the ocean
it's a
argument
neutral
holds
playground.
up-
Even in a jungle,
Can't-
you can't escape the
I'm
chains
sorry.
of
If
Olympus.
his name was Kratos, I would have voted for him. But Kratos?
You're only doing this because Echo the Dolphin. Spencer.
I've never played any God of War games, and I like Donkey Kong better.
Spencer.
Donkey Kong.
Joel.
Donkey Kong.
Oh my gosh!
Also, I
You just killed the Iron Giant. You killed the Iron
this
Giant.
is like a
I can't
Chernobog
vote.
situation.
How'd that
Kent,
turn
I'm
out for
sorry.
me, Kent? How'd that turn out
He
for
made
me?
it to the finals, didn't he? Didn't he?
But he didn't make
Take
it.
him to the finals.
He should have been there.
Joel, you're kind of backtracking your own rules here a little bit.
Yeah,
but
because
It
he's.
was more of a it was a revenge swipe.
and
definitely a revenge
I'm reaping
swipe.
all the benefits.
Wow, I can't believe I'm typing.
We'll be taking a
in
new
Donkey
listener
Kong
in April.
here.
We can't wait. Wow.
All right, let's
Kratos, the god of war,
Yeah.
was beaten by a Donkey Kong who no one chooses in Mario Kart or Super Smash Brothers.
Yeah, he does. He's powerful in Smash Brothers.
He's slow.
Also, he has a coconut gun in Donkey Kong
Shut up!
64.
Shut up, Spencer.
All right, we got to move along.
God, I don't know. I'm kind of enjoying this. All right,
Now
well,
I know how
this is-
Joel feels.
I would just as soon as I saw where Spencer was going, I just watched your face, Kent, and it got redder and redder before you said
I'm
anything.
so mad right now.
Also, he fights those tiki monster guys in Donkey Kong Country Returns. They're gods, basically, and he defeats them.
You get to see a large beaver is a god.
He's in an eternal loop in those barrels.
Please do not insult my religion. Thank you.
Oh, sorry.
All right.
All right, next
The final round of the first round.
The first
Wow.
round is going to be
Jeez.
Mega Man
From Mega Man.
There we
Mega
go.
High.
1987
On the
versus Earthworm Jim.
from the titular game, 1994.
I have no idea
Sega
what
Genesis.
any round will bring.
Earthworm Jim. A super suit does fall. Mega Man, superhuman strength, stamina, reflexes, durability, intelligence, teleportation. He's a robot with an arm cannon that fires solar energy bullets.
His weaknesses are the game Mega Man 2, which is the worst.
Worst game ever.
He was also in Captain and the Game Master.
Yes,
as
he
this
was.
kind of like little Mega High. Little,
Oh, so annoying.
yeah.
Also, did you notice Kid Icarus said Icus after every single word?
Yes.
Like, your Heinekus.
Yes.
I know what Kent's still thinking about.
And then you get Earthworm Jim, superior strength, durability, the ability to do many things a worm could not normally do because he literally
Well,
was
it's a super suit.
Yeah, he's a little worm crawling on the ground, and the super suit from space fell down. He got inside it, and it altered his DNA.
Right.
And so when he's in the suit, he has all these powers.
Yeah.
He can also use himself as a worm as like a lasso to lasso things or whip people. So he can pull himself out of his suit and whip things.
But if he gets separated from the suit, that is a weakness.
By the
and
way,
so-
he's 5'8" and weighs 154 pounds. Earthworm Jim found that out.
But outside, okay.
With or without the suit?
That's with the suit.
With the suit.
Yeah, with the suit. That'd be a big
That's
worm.
terrifying otherwise.
So I think Mega Man will jump in the air and grab the neck of Earthworm Jim and just aim the cannon into the suit and pull the worm out and then just crush him. Just throw it to the ground and crush him.
He's lost his soul.
Who the heck cares
he
anymore?
definitely saw God of War going to the end there.
To the end.
Kratos.
He was the winner. My bracket is busted.
Key point was, Earthworm Jim. The problem with him is that he's very foolhardy and very gullible. Like I remember in the cartoon series, a lot of times he got fooled. He's an idiot in the suit. He's kind of like this, this hero of chance. And so, Mega Man's actually programmed to do this kind of thing. It's got to go to Mega Man.
Yeah, Mega Man beat Snake Man, and snakes beat worms.
Particle Man.
And Particle Man and Triangle Man.
Particle Man.
Boy, those villains were really on the nose, weren't they?
Yeah, they were.
All right, so we're going with
We have finished
Mega
the
Man.
round. All right, so
We'll go faster.
Yeah, now that we've introduced the characters.
we've introduced so we can
Yeah.
go a lot quicker. The pace is going to pick up. We'll see how many times we have to pause the show so Kent can't stop crying.
This is a heavy hitter.
It's
to
just
start with,
seething
Jacob.
rage. That's all it is. I don't
Seething-
cry.
Okay, is that all it is?
Joel took that away from Spencer took that away from me.
Honestly, Joel, think about how many times you've been so upset about Kent's random choice about this, and now you've gotten your.
I had the thing is, I actually thought about this because when I was looking at Kratos, I was like, he can't be killed. Like that's his curse. He's been cursed never to be killed. And then I thought, eternal loop.
He beat Zeus. Zeus.
Donkey Kong.
Donkey
apparently
Kong
has
really never had to
features.
kill anybody. He just
He
jump
can't
on him,
kill anybody.
Jump on him a few times, and they'd
Guys,
fall
that
down.
round was so long ago. Kratos is so dead already. Let's move on.
All right, so first match of the second round here is going to be Mario versus Sonic the Hedgehog.
This is a
which,
Titan battle.
Listen, Mario can only win a fight if he's on shrooms. He only has one hit. He's tiny baby Mario. He needs drugs that he finds. And I'm not even saying in this playground, he has those, right? He has to go find
You don't think
them.
rings are synonym for drugs, Kent?
Oh, wait, that's a good point.
Sonic needs rings.
I think this comes down to two guys who make a living jumping on people, and that is how they kill. And I'm putting my money on the one with spikes on his back. Sonic.
Problem is, though, I look at this, and don't get me wrong, I never really liked playing as Mario. I was always more of a Luigi
Well, he's like
or
the
Toad.
average character in any game.
Yeah, he's the average character.
Like Mario
but at the
2,
same
for
time,
example.
I think about it, and Sonic the Hedgehog was kind of a copy of Mario, of jumping on things and all that. And I see Sonic the Hedgehog's powers being much more limited because he can spin dash, yes. He can jump, yes. He can run real fast, yes. But then you have Mario who can actually shoot fireballs from his hands or fly through the sky with a raccoon tail. Doesn't make sense,
Tanuki.
but it happens.
The speed of fireballs. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Sonic,
It doesn't matter the speed. if it
parkour,
burns
cyclone
you.
spinning,
Speed of
a
light.
homing attack. He's a master swordsman. He can fly airplanes.
Kent, I think you're forgetting about Cappy. Remember Cappy? It's the hat that can possess others and make them do.
Are you giving him Mickey Mouse powers now?
No, this is a legitimate
No,
power.
Mario
Oh, I know.
Odyssey.
I know
Yeah.
you're just giving him every power though.
I'm giving.
Because if you're
these
going
are all
for
canon powers.
sure,
And so this is-
Mickey Mouse.
If he puts that cap on Sonic's head, though, he's got Sonic.
And then he runs him right off a cliff.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to go with Joel in this one. I'm going with Mario. Also,
so nice.
Sonic, the game where you can run fast but can't actually run fast because there's obstacles and walls everywhere.
That's why you keep jumping.
All Mario
You've
has
never
to
done
do-
a speed run through a level.
All
Oh,
Mario
it's
has to
sad.
do is put out a
Not.
single spike, and Sonic's going to go, boing!
Whatever.
Oh my! All right, next match is going to be Simon Belmont versus Lara Croft.
Ooh, now this is a good fight.
So they both killed centaurs, mummies, and wild beasts. So it's pretty good because Lara, her stories get a little crazy. Like she's fought a Tyrannosaurus Rex once.
Yeah,
In
that
a
was
tomb.
random.
Yeah.
I remember that.
I think because they're trying to go bigger and better. And they're like, Tyrannosaurus Rex. Whereas Simon, obviously, he's fought every single monster creature from like classic monsters to like huge titans as well. And Dracula.
Right.
Spencer, I know you don't like him because of a Captain N episode. Joel, what about you?
Oh, this is tough for me.
Like I'm just choosing for you.
Yeah.
If he's got an upgraded whip, like if he's got the Morning Glory whip, this would be pretty one-sided, I think.
I actually think it'd be cool if Lara was like exploring the Castlevania castle.
Yeah,
like for the treasures.
She's
right?
trying to loot it. He's trying to get the nail, the heart, the rib bone, the eyeball, and the ring, and she's trying to get the same thing.
Right. So what would you say?
But the thing is, Simon Belmont has something Lara Croft doesn't, and that is a watch that can literally temporarily freeze time. And he's going to use that to freeze time and whip Lara Croft. Simon Belmont for the win.
I'm gonna have to agree.
I also agree.
Okay.
Next match is going to be Pikachu versus Pit.
So going back to my Pokemon knowledge, Pit is a flying type. You know who's strong against flying types? Electric types, logically. Lightning beats flight. So Pit's going to fly up to try to attack. Actually, he can't fly, can he?
He can fly temporarily.
He can hover. He can go.
If,
like,
he flies
fly
for more,
like
if he flies more than 5 minutes, his wings burn up.
Pit is going to hover in the air. He's going to try to get an arrow off of Pikachu. Pikachu's just going to zap him down. Pit
So
is
you think he's
toast.
going to zap his wings?
He's gonna
and
zap
then
his wings.
bring him to Earth.
But I have literally here equipment, or this is in powers and abilities, excuse me. He does paralyzed attack, poison attack, and then it says capable of dodging lightning bolts. That's in his bio.
But Pikachu's got quick attack. And so even though Pit's going to dodge a few of those lightning bolts,
That sounds real, General Spencer.
Pit
Quick
has
attack.
Pit has
that is canon, my
angelic
friend.
angelic missile, mega laser, explosive flame, meteor shower, heavenly light, super armor, and poison attack, and the power of flight. Pikachu has lightning.
Thunderbolts and heart.
This is not.
Wait, isn't Pikachu
Captain
weak
Planet.
against dragons? And dragons fly. Pit flies. Pit's faster. Pit wins.
I feel like I'm being ganged up on
You
now
are.
because I've offended you.
I wasn't being ganging up. That was
All right.
legitimately. When I did this battle, I saw that he was able to dodge lightning
Mostly I
bolts.
did that because I took Spencer to Detective Pikachu, and I feel like that's where his heart is, and I really want to hurt him right now.
Oh, that's just mean.
But that's my revenge.
That movie was not very good.
It was not good.
All right, next match is going to be Link versus Solid Snake,
now this
which is interesting.
This is an interesting battle, but is it a fair battle?
Well,
do
it's
you
different.
mean?
It's very fantasy and very
tech
military.
versus fantasy tech. Is that tech weaponry?
I love Metal Gear Solid.
Is it a fair battle? Have these battles been fair? Has anything that happened
Echo
been
the dolphin. Can't wait to see him
A
again.
god versus a gorilla.
What Snake does well is he hides. Sometimes for hours at a time. Sometimes you have to hide, like honestly, for
Is
like
that how you play?
a half hour. Yeah, that's how I play.
You're like, I'm
and
just
then
gonna
I
keep
sneak
hiding.
up behind people and I choke them out and I send them up in an air balloon to the sky.
Oh, I love that game.
And so I think that's what's going to happen is Link's going to go into the tall grass. He's going to be like, oh, I know he's around here somewhere, kind of back in the tall
And then
grass.
he's gonna reprogram him to work for
Snake
him.
is literally the tall grass. Like he is disguised.
Snake in the grass.
Yeah, it's Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater, and he can be any part of the environment based on his suit. And so he's going to become grass.
Or a cardboard
He's
box.
going to probably choke him out. He'll probably singe him with his cigarette first, too. And then he'll send him up to the sky and maybe shoot the balloon to drop him to the ground. I think Link's dead.
Ooh.
I'll probably be proven wrong, but that's my
Sends
vote.
him up, shoots the balloon.
Yes.
That's funny, yeah. That's pretty mean.
I am going to have to go with Link because we have not yet mentioned one powerful weapon in his arsenal, and that is the Sheikah Slate. If you've played Breath of the Wild, he can turn things into ice and climb on them. He can make bombs and detonate them at will, so he surrounds himself with bombs, and he detonates them anytime Snake gets close. I'm going with Link because...
He won't see Snake coming, though. That's the thing.
true, but-
Camouflage.
All right, I'm going with Snake. You convinced me.
Wow.
Link's a kid.
Friends again!
Yay!
Finger move? Yeah, finger move. Oh, we totally missed. Let's do that again.
Yeah, I actually was going to say Solid Snake too because I see Link as more of a peaceful, kind of reluctantly to fight person,
Okay.
whereas like Solid Snake's he's happy to kill.
Here's the thing,
he's
though.
a child.
Nintendo fans are a bit crazy, and we just eliminated Pikachu and Link, although you guys did save Mario, so maybe we're kind of okay.
We'll see.
Yeah. I just don't want to get too in trouble, though it's
Speaking
coming
of
up
trouble.
next.
All right, next match is going to be Echo, the Dolphin, versus Cloud Strife.
Cloud
You guys
Strife.
ever had sushi before?
Sashimi?
So it's going to be
Yeah.
sashimi. The cross slash on the dolphin
Nice.
and
Wait, so Dolphin's going to fly through the air, right? And then Cloud's going to go swash, swash, swash. It'll be cut into three pieces.
And then everyone have a
yeah.
delicious meal.
Yeah, you ever seen Sharknado when the chainsaw goes through the shark that's going overhead? That's
Yeah.
Cloud and Echo.
Oh, that's how Echo goes out?
Yes.
That's so sad.
no.
You're right, though.
Down with dolphins.
Oh, they're beautiful creatures.
I'm eating non-dolphin safe tuna for the rest of the month.
Cloud and Echo sounds like the most peaceful game ever.
It really does.
Yeah.
I was thinking that too.
But yeah, Echo's going to get chopped in half. Echo's toast.
Yeah, Echo's dead. Sorry, Echo.
Marine couldn't take him.
All right, next match is going to be Samus versus Sub-Zero.
Arm cannons versus snow cannons.
I often hear Seamus. You guys ever hear that?
That's if she's Irish.
Yeah.
I think
Maybe that's it.
the advantage here goes to
I'm always
the
talking to
super
Irish
suit
people.
because I think Sub-Zero, he can freeze the ground. Like he'll point at the ground, and obviously it works against bare feet, but not against the super suit, and not against someone that can turn into a mobile ball, like which is just a shielded ball, and then drop bombs while you are that ball. And so yeah, there's ice on the ground, but she can slide across it and just keep dropping bombs. Sub-Zero probably won't even touch the ground because he'll just keep getting destroyed till his life bar is down to 0.
That's a good argument.
Yeah, Samus has access to an ice cannon at one point, so she really has no one-up on Sub-Zero, so I think she's going to win this one all out.
Yeah, well, I think if it's close hand-to-hand combat, Sub-Zero might stand a chance.
Yeah.
But if they're starting from far apart,
Right.
the plasma cannon's going to get Sub-Zero. So
Okay.
it's Samus.
All right, next match is Leon.
From Resident Evil again.
And Leon, what was his last name?
Kennedy.
Kennedy, yeah. Leon Kennedy versus Pac-Man, of course.
Of course. All right, so as I
This
said,
makes sense.
Leon, he can get bit a few times and he's still fine, even by zombies. One of Pac-Man's weaknesses, walls
Getting bit.
and mazes. Right? He cannot climb walls.
And Leon's really good with mazes.
Well, he is because he's been through the police station, which is a maze, if
Yeah.
you've ever played that game. And every single Resident Evil game is kind of complex, and you have to find secret doors,
Okay,
and look
okay.
up clues. And Pac-Man will get lost. And honestly, Leon could just stand on a bookcase and just pump a few bullets into the top of Pac-Man's head.
Is he vulnerable to bullets?
Well, apparently not from Joel's angle. He made him the best jawbreaker ever. But yeah, he's got to die somehow. Maybe he'll just, while Pac-Man's mouth is open, he'll shoot it right into the mouth.
All right.
Pac-Man.
All right, let's hear what these guys say.
So Leon Kennedy is going to eat Pac-Man, and then
What?
Pac-Man is going to eat him from the inside. No, it's Leon Kennedy. He's got a gun. Pac-Man's a little yellow circle that shouldn't have
He's
gone
a big
on.
yellow circle. We can make him big.
He's a big yellow circle if we're
And-
talking
well,
about Pixels, the
And
movie.
the thing is, like, what is Pac-Man afraid of? Ghosts. I
Right.
think Leon's dealing with the supernatural on a regular
Yeah.
basis.
Yeah.
He doesn't have that fear.
no fear there.
I think, I'm sorry to Miss Pac-Man and the two Pac children, but
What if
Pac-Man's
Pac-Man
dead.
gets the power pellet, though?
What's it going to do to Leon?
Yeah, nothing.
Can he take that?
It'll-
Yeah, I
it'll-
guess he doesn't turn blue and run away.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Pac-Man, he likes fruit, and Leon likes vegetables when he eats the herbs. And so...
So Pac-Man eats Leon, and then all of a sudden inside you hear...
That's better. Now we've gotten
Is this your plan of attack if a bear ever attacks you?
Yes, I will fight from the inside out.
You'll jump right into his mouth.
If a dolphin gets near me, though, I don't know what I'm going to do.
Just lure it out of the ocean. You'll be fine.
All right, for the next final match of this round is going to be Donkey Kong.
This is
Versus
Sweet 16 right
Donkey Kong, the God Killer.
Yeah, honestly, that should be his.
That was my
that's what I
nickname.
mean.
That's his
Actually.
new moniker, Kent.
Actually,
Donkey
his
Kong,
name...
the
His
God
name
Killer.
they named him that because
Actually, I'm designing this T-shirt for the store.
they were
You
actually
should,
going to call
you
him
should.
Stubborn Ape, and that's why they closed Donkey to convey the word stubborn, and then Kong was kind of
I
King
feel like
Kong.
that should
wonder where that
be
came
your
from, 'cause it's always
nicknames
weird.
in this game.
Yeah, Stubborn Ape.
Stubborn apes.
versus Mega Man.
Mega High. So a robot versus a giant gorilla. Vince, why don't you go first in this one?
So I'm going to go with agility in this battle. Mega Man really can't jump very high. He's pretty much toast when he gets near any spikes. He can't. He's just
You're giving agility to Donkey Kong?
doesn't have the mobility. Surprisingly, yes.
He can swing around and jump around a lot.
Donkey Kong's got the distance. He can just jump on top of Mega Man from afar and just smash him to pieces. So I'm going with Donkey Kong.
Donkey Kong has fruit-based firearms. Mega Man has a plasma.
Why do we bring that up against the battle with Kratos?
Because it would have mattered. Mega
That would
Man
have changed everything.
has a
kid.
plasma beam, and his dog, which if he may not be able to jump very high because he can jump on his dog and keep jumping on his robot dog, which sounds really mean, but it's
well,
a
if
good helper.
he can use the dog, then Donkey Kong's got
Apparently, he can
Diddy
use
Kong.
never-ending barrels for eternity. But Mega Man also has a longer life bar. He can't touch spikes. You're right, but he has a life bar that he can get hit more than twice. I feel like Donkey Kong in Mega Man, Part 19 would just be Monkey Man. Like that would be the villain name, and the level would be hard,
There
but he'd beat him
probably
easily.
is one of those.
Yes, I think it's Mega
Mega
Man.
Man X.
So you're saying Donkey Kong, you're saying Mega Man.
Correct.
All
You're
right,
the
Joel.
tiebreaker.
I haven't decided. But I do want to bring this up that apparently...
One of them beat Kratos.
This is tough, though. Weaknesses for Donkey Kong, obviously, falling from heights. He's got an anger issue.
He's a big target.
Mega Man's weaknesses, spikes and pitfalls. I got to go with... Okay.
Yes, this is awesome. I love it when this happens.
Well, this is a problem because I was thinking to myself, who did I die more often as? And it's definitely Mega Man.
Right.
Well,
He was so
you
fragile.
actually played Mega Man?
I played Donkey Kong Country a lot,
Yeah, that game.
but I got to give it to Mega Man, though, because I think the plasma cannon is going to be able to take him out.
Mega Man took out the God Killer.
Well, because it's not hand-to-hand close combat.
Right.
And there's no barrels. Because if Mega Man got in a barrel...
Machine versus monkey.
Mega Man can teleport.
All right, if you say so.
Mega Man can teleport.
the teleporting argument.
So he could teleport out of the barrels Donkey Kong put him in, and then plasma cannon Donkey Kong's face. Okay. Why is it always in the face, Joel?
All right, we finished that round. Now we're to the Elite Eight.
Elite Eight, let's move on.
All right, first match is going to be Mario versus Simon Belmont.
Once again, Mario's weakness
This is just
getting,
going to get weirder and weirder.
getting touched anywhere on his body.
Oh, like Simon Belmont didn't have that with the stupid Medusa heads.
Also, stacked germs are one of Mario's weaknesses. If you stack them the wrong way, and I know Simon
Yeah.
has been cursed.
It's not
at times.
stacked germs. It's just if the pills get too high.
Well, that's
And that's
stacked,
Dr. Mario.
stacked
Thank you very
germs.
much.
Still Mario.
Yeah, that's
He went to
Mario.
medical
Where's Simon's
school.
PhD?
Also, Mario, he is a jack of all trades, but he is a master of none. No one is choosing Mario in Super Mario Brothers 2. No one chooses him in Super Smash Brothers games. Like, he is the most average of all fighters. Simon Belmont is unique, and he has a whip. He has axes, daggers, a holy water bomb, the battle
What's
cross.
that going to do against Mario? Mario's not a vampire.
A stopwatch, a
does
whip,
have
a
that.
tornado. And they can both be invincible for 10 seconds, so I don't think that would really go one against the other. But I think getting touched once or twice, Mario's
or three
dead.
times if you have the flower.
No, flower's only twice.
No, you lose the firepower, then you grow small.
And you become big?
And then
Okay.
In every game past Super Mario Brothers, the original. In
Yes.
the original, whether you have the flower or the mushroom, you still
you get
shrink
small.
after one hit.
Yeah.
By the
All
way,
right.
Mario can lift Bowser, who weighs 2,600 pounds by the tail, spin him around, and throw him.
Oh, that is impressive.
Bowser's a fool.
Okay,
Sorry, Bowser.
And what's Simon Belmont on Captain and the Game Master?
He's beat Dracula.
Thank you.
He beat Dracula twice.
Here's how this plays out.
Oh, okay, here we go, Spencer.
Mario sneaks into the castle where Simon Belmont hangs out with no other power-up than the Tanuki suit, which we're not going to talk about Tanukis again on
Right,
Baconsale.
yeah, we already did that.
And in the Tanuki suit, Mario can turn into a statue. He's going to turn into a statue, and he's going to wait. He's going to wait for Simon Belmont to go halfway up the stairs when he's most vulnerable. He's going to turn into Mario, and he's going to stomp him as a statue.
You can stomp him, but he also has 37 other life bars, so he can
He's
be
going
hit
to stomp him
37
times. Because he's stuck on the stairs.
Where did that come from? That's silly.
So
That's
I'm
preposterous,
going
Spencer.
with Mario.
Of course you are.
You're just bitter about Kratos.
I still am.
Oh, this is tough. Why do you guys don't put it on me
You
again?
need to start voting sooner. Joel.
3 hits
You want
tops
to avoid this.
and a guy with a built-in whip that moves slow motion is hard to predict.
I just feel like Simon Belmont is a little more fragile than Mario.
More fragile.
Yeah, having played him, like you get those zombies running past you. It's like, burr, 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 and then Medusa's head
Yet
coming.
you're
Like, burr.
still
Oh,
alive.
I've got another scenario to add. Mario.
So
Your
throws-
time is done.
Mario throws Cappy at a Medusa head, and it's
Oh,
done.
yeah, Cappy can do anything.
But no, here's how, okay. So I see it playing out this way. Simon Belmont throws the holy water at him. Mario grabs it like he does the shells, and then shoots it back at him. Hits Simon Belmont in the face.
Well, you
Mario
wouldn't throw
wins.
holy water because it doesn't affect you if you're
They
not
don't.
undead.
But it's a bottle. It hit him right in the face. Sorry, Simon Belmont down. Mario advances.
This is probably one of the most inconsistent brackets we've ever done.
I hope people have favorites that are like, what?
When the law of physics, these characters all defy laws of physics anyway, so it's always going to be a
They
little
do.
illogical.
They do.
That's video games.
All right, next match is going to be Pit versus Solid Snake.
So this is like kind of mythical gods and goddesses versus tech and
Versus guy in a box.
yeah, guy in a box.
But mythical
Cardboard
gods and
box.
goddesses, Pit is
Hey, he has an IQ of 180 and fluent in 6 languages. Solid Snake
Pit is a kid that can't really fly on his own.
He is dependent on the powers of the goddess of light.
This is a sniper rifle versus a kid wearing a white toga. Like, he is very clearly seen. And that sniper rifle is
Snakes-
taking him out.
This is true. Snake's physique in Metal Gear Solid was based on that of Jean-Claude Van Damme, while his facial appearance is based on Christopher Walken. So picture Jean-Claude Van Damme with Christopher Walken's
I'm
face.
terrified right now.
Why
I'd
would
rather
they
have
do
the
that on
voice.
purpose?
Sorry, Pit. You're going to die.
So you're giving it to
Solid Snake.
Yeah, Solid Snake, the camo thing.
All right, next match is going to be Cloud
from Final Fantasy VII
versus Samus.
from Metroid. So we have a mercenary versus an intergalactic bounty hunter. So both have, so Cloud has superhuman strength, superhuman speed, swordsmanship, and like Joel said, we haven't really brought this up, but materia, which in that universe is magic use.
Yeah, you can cast thunder or blizzard or wind.
So I think this would be awesome. I think Cloud with his Buster Sword, he would basically try to chop Samus in half. Wouldn't be able to because the suit is very strong. And I think Cloud would kind of meet his match, but he also can summon meteors.
That goes a long way.
So
Unless you're Donkey Kong.
I think he's going to crush her in the suit. Yeah, I'm going to give it to Cloud.
I think the suit would stand up against meteors. I think the suit would stand up against the sword. I think the blizzard and thunder aren't going to do much to Samus's suit. So I think Samus is going to roll ahead right towards him and then pop up. Cannon, cannon, cannon. Cloud dies.
In the face.
In the face.
So meteors are not going to take down a strong suit.
Why do you guys put me in this
Okay, no,
position?
because
here's
it's
the thing.
fun.
Cloud's armor, not that great. He's also hot-headed, and he fights best when he's in a group. He's on his own here.
Yeah.
Sam's
Yeah,
gonna
but he
get
has 9,999 hit points.
And all she needs is one plasma cannon to the face.
So here's how this plays out in my head. One weapon we haven't maybe given much attention to is the energy whip used by Samus. She's going to wrap that thing around Cloud Strife's sword, and then she's going to shoot him in the face with the blaster. It's Samus.
I knew you already had said Samus.
Sorry, Kent.
Nintendo fanboy. What?
That's my favorite character in Super Smash Brothers.
Is it?
She's good. She's real good.
Yeah.
Zero Suit Samus or real Samus?
I'm not going to say because I'll be judged.
Yeah, Zero Suit. Zero Suit. Yeah.
No, ew, Kent.
Well,
you made it ew.
No, he did.
No, you did.
All right, next match, last match of this round, Leon versus Mega Man.
So Leon from Resident Evil, a cop who's fighting zombies, and Mega Man, a robot who's fighting
Other robots.
Bubble Man.
Would Mega Man be considered a little person? Like,
He's a
when we
robot.
visualize him, is he small? Like a little robot assistant?
Because
always
Wily's
thought
Wily and Light are about the same size, right?
I always thought it was like a kid, but
Yeah, I
you know,
always kind of pictured him kid size.
I actually don't have the height of Mega Man. How dare I?
Seriously, he's probably like 9'2".
He's like 4'4"
Okay, he's a little guy.
He's a little guy.
with a lot of power and a lot of heart.
So this is a
to let
gun
Mega Man.
versus a energy blaster, right? So like a real
Right.
pistol versus an energy blast.
Because Leon fights real well against the undead and it's supernatural, but it's not technological. There is some tech in Resident Evil as well.
There is.
And he fares pretty well against that.
Mm-hmm.
I got to give this one... No. I'm having a hard time here.
Vote with your heart,
I'm
Joel.
looking at the
Vote with
weaknesses
your
here.
heart.
Leon Kennedy, limited ammunition, and general human weaknesses because he is
Just
a human
vote
who
the
can
way
die.
that will upset Kent.
Mega Man. It's got to be Mega Man. I don't think I see any spikes or pitfalls here. I think Mega Man's going to take it.
That makes a lot of sense.
Because there's not spikes or pitfalls.
Well, just that
Just in this
Leon's
general
in the-
environment,
in the end,
all of a
Leon-
sudden there's spikes for anyone else.
Leon is just a guy.
Generally speaking, Leon is just a guy. He's very good at what he does, but he's just a guy. He's gone up against a lot of immortals, and then now it's like, well, he went against Pac-Man, but we're not talking about that right now. So I'm giving it to Mega Man.
Spencer?
Would the three laws of robotics take effect here?
I think they have to.
No, they don't.
And
Because
Ryan-
Ryan fight
Ryan
this whole
says yes.
time. Ryan's not here.
Spencer, choose.
I really don't think Mega Man is that great a character. I think he's pretty fragile just because the games were so hard and he died so much. Leon Kennedy could shoot him from a distance because his ion blasts only go so far. I'm going with Leon Kennedy. He's going to just shoot him from far away.
What's a survival, what's a pistol going to do against...
It's a lot faster.
Mega Man.
The energy blast is
It
quite
would
slow
just take
moving.
a few hits. He's just going to
Honestly, while Mega Man jumps to the next screen, it'll be loading and he'll be like, and he'll be freezing in air while it loads. And then Leon's like, boom, 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 boom.
And don't get me wrong, I love Mega Man, but I just can't. I just got to go with my heart here. It's going to be Leon Kennedy.
All right, going with Leon as well.
Leon, shoot those barrels
That
on
means
that
we
wagon.
are down to the final four.
Whoop, whoop.
Yep, we are here. So, are you guys ready for this?
So ready.
Absolutely.
Crap's going to get weirder. I'm not sure that's possible. First matchup is Mario, the very undefeatable, apparently, Mario, who only has to be touched to die, versus Solid Snake.
So they've been fighting for a while now.
Yeah.
And as you guys know, Solid Snake has Werner's syndrome because he's a clone and his genes are very valuable. So he was designed to age rapidly into seniority once he reaches middle age so he could not be used as a weapon against the world. Also, he smokes.
So no lung capacity.
No lung capacity. This is a tough one.
But
Is it?
in his defense, in Guns of the Patriots, Metal Gear Solid 4, he is old. It seems like he's out of service, but he still takes down an entire army. So it's not like he's weaker, he just appears older. And he can control the Metal Gear.
So you're going with...
Go to Solid Snake because one can become a statue, one can become the ground. You're not going to see the ground. You're going to see a Tanuki statue.
Stealth influence is pretty powerful with Solid Snake.
Yeah.
But then again, I've died so many times as Solid Snake. Snake!
Here's how it goes. Oh, yeah. Snake dying is so good. What? I think Snake will shoot him with a trank dart and just let him stand there. And then we're just going to have a turtle walk into Mario and kill him. And that is all that will need to happen.
That's about right, kid.
Yeah.
That's very compelling.
Yeah, I'll go with you on that one, Kent.
And I'll go with Mario just for the...
You got to.
The vote.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mario, for participating.
You made it really far.
You're playing with the big boys now.
This is so serious.
Crap is nonsense.
Baconsale.
All right. Next match is Samus versus Leon Kennedy.
I'll tell you which games I enjoy playing. It's Resident Evil. I don't like Metroid Prime. I don't even really like Metroid. Metroid's, by the way, Samus is kind of weird. She adopts...
But we're not talking best game.
No, but I'm as far as like which game I actually care to relate with the character,
Uh-huh.
it's Leon. Like he has a big heart. Samus adopts a little alien which basically becomes like the destructor of the universe as well.
Well, who hasn't done that?
Right.
Really?
Good point.
Spencer, have you? No. But the super suit may just be too strong. I'm trying to think of a way that Leon could infiltrate the suit and get her down to the zero suit.
Family
Samus
friendly.
is an ex-soldier of the Galactic Federation who became a galactic bounty hunter. Mm-hmm. Leon's a cop.
Oh, he's a government agent.
A terrestrial cop. He doesn't understand otherworldly
He's
stuff.
a government agent.
He won't be prepared. It's
I'm
got
gonna say
to
he's like pushing papers.
it's got to be Samus.
But Leon's a government agent. He's not just a cop.
Oh!
The government employed him.
Oh, well. So he gets a lot of days off.
I don't feel
Think
like
about his holiday schedule, his PTO.
I don't feel like Leon Kennedy ever fought anything as vicious and large as Ridley. I don't know. Am I wrong in that one?
Ridley from
Ridley's a
Alien?
pterodactyl.
Ridley from all the Metroid games.
Oh, okay.
And so
Okay.
Based on that?
Play Resident Evil 2 and tell me Mr. X couldn't beat a pterodactyl.
but it's a pterodactyl with bad intentions.
Oh, instead of good intentions.
That was my dad's name in college. Pterodactyl with bad intentions.
I am fighting for Leon because I like him as a character, but there's no way he's beating Samus.
Yeah, she's just got too many power-ups. Also, do you like Super Metroid?
Yeah,
mention
it's fine.
that one.
Yeah, it's fine.
That's a good one.
Do you guys know what this means?
We're at the finals?
We're down to the finals.
Who are the final two, Jacob?
Kratos versus
No.
Ecco the Dolphin.
should be. He's still doing the barrels.
I'm so triggered right now.
Kratos versus Doom Guy, for sure. In an alternate reality, that's how it went down. In our reality, it's going to be Solid Snake versus Samus.
This is a good match.
It really is.
This is a very good match because both these people good at what they do and able to get through small spaces by either being a ball or a box.
It's interesting in the skills for Solid Snake, they say nigh superhuman strength, reflexes, endurance, and senses. Also, as you said, the multilingualism, he's a master strategist as well and martial artist, where Samus ran amazing speed, strength, she has her power suit, and she has charge beam martial arts, which is a thing, and she's an Olympic level athlete.
Not only that, but she has alien physiology. Later in the game, she gets kind of alien DNA infused in her body.
But remember, he is a genetically engineered soldier as well.
That's why this is a good battle.
Yeah.
Neither one of these are like complete mortals.
He is also really great at impersonation. Okay. Here's how it goes down.
That's him knocking.
All right.
He's going to impersonate a baby Metroid. He's going to take the skin of the Metroid alien and put it on him, and she's going to be like, this is adorable. I'm going to take it home. Okay?
It's a stretch.
Right, it's a stretch.
Over his-
and
over
so
his
he'll be in her
body.
living room,
Yeah,
and
yeah, exactly.
she'll finally take the suit off, and he'll be like, yes, because he's a master of infiltration. He's in her living room.
Or
She's
he's
in
a
the zero
pervert.
suit. Well, Spencer likes zero suit as well. It's fine. And
I did not say that for the record.
He'll be there and wait till she falls asleep. Knife across the throat.
That's how it happens?
This is grisly.
It's
This is too
very
grisly. Pull it back.
specific.
Pull it back.
I'm sorry, Joel.
Pull it back.
I had to go there.
I like how you did the motion with your hand.
I had to.
You guys weren't here for that, but he actually did just
He's
pantomime
like, pantomime,
a murder.
yeah, a throat
I
slit.
tried to rip Spencer's spine out before.
I remember that too.
Can I have that back, by the way?
Yeah, for sure. So I do want someone to disagree with me here if either of you would.
I am going to disagree with you.
I think you'll get that.
I am going to disagree with you only
I
because
wonder where Spencer will sit.
He's going to decide.
I'm just looking here, and like actually, it's kind of interesting. Both of these characters, in their weaknesses, it says suffers from PTSD.
It's true.
However, I feel like it is much less. I think that Samus is much less wounded by her past. I think she is much able to cope with what happened before, whereas Solid Snake is haunted by ghosts. And I think like
That's not part of canon.
No,
Sure.
I'm not saying like real ghosts. I'm saying like he's haunted by his past.
But it drives him to keep going.
It does, but at the same time, he's tired.
But
he's tired. He's aging. He's not as sharp as he used to be.
Neither of the Metroid
And I'll
games.
tell you what, if I ever saw a box in the Metro game, I started shooting it. I didn't care what it was. I just started shooting it because I wanted to see if there was
Also,
a
we
prize
haven't
inside.
talked about her suit. We talked about how it's like undefeatable. It actually, the visor restricts her vision. Her suit doesn't actually fit right in canon, and it gives her really slow movement as well, unless she's the
and
ball.
it makes her
But
look
Ken,
like a man.
you talked over my point here.
Yeah,
Is
yeah,
that
true.
You see, she sees the box on the ground. She's like, oh, there might be something like a power-up in there. Shoots the box, and Snake's inside.
Right, that's where I thought you were
Because
going.
Snake is
Yeah.
cowering inside. Samus wins.
So he's going to hide in a box?
He's going to hide a box.
Not in
That's
the
what he-
suit of
that's
the
what he's doing.
jellyfish Metroid.
No.
Yes.
He has the suit of the Echo the Dolphin.
One of his
He
skills
pulls
is
over himself.
impersonation and stealth.
Yeah. I'm just looking here.
He can't use his skills all of a sudden? He's going to hide
She
in a
has
box.
missile launchers, and she has the morph ball power. She has bombs.
She'll never be able
She'll
to use
set
it.
a
She'll
trap
be
for
sleeping.
him. Snake won't
Knife
see
across
it
the
coming.
throat.
Don't do the actions anymore.
And why are you showing us on Spencer's throat?
I love you, Spencer.
So weird. Yeah.
All right, Spencer,
Perks of
here's
being a
20
listener.
bucks. What do you think?
No, don't slip in $20. Let's get
All right, gentlemen.
impartial thing here.
You have both posed convincing arguments, and I know I've already revealed my bias, but I'm not basing it on that. But here's what I am basing it on. All throughout this game,
Vote for Alita.
Alita Battle Angel comes in.
I'm out. Good night.
Riding Echo the Dolphin. So all along the game, I have sided with Kent in the fact that Solid Snake's biggest strength is his ability to camouflage, correct?
Yes.
Well, here's the deal. Samus Aran has one very powerful tool at her disposal, and that is the thermal visor that we use in Metroid Prime. So nowhere that I feel like such a dork right now. Nowhere that Metal Snake hides, whether it's in a box or underneath the cadaver of a baby Metroid, apparently.
Does he have blocking skills at any point, Kent? I'm
Yeah,
trying to
can he
remember.
hide his heat signature?
It's basically like Predator, where he can hide, like he's clever, but maybe not from an energy
Yeah.
visor.
So she's going to see his outline immediately, and she's going to blast him to smithereens. And
that is the game.
Samus Aran.
Congratulations, Samus. I'm okay with that. Wow. So print off your bracket at home. Play with your friends. Play with your coworkers. Get in fights like this. And then let us know if you ended up in the same place. And so we'd like to hear that on our social media channels, on our Twitter, or Facebook, or Instagram. Let us know what you thought.
And if there are fighters that we left off, we know. So we would like to do a part 2 if there's enough fighters to go around.
If you're not too upset at us for this one.
Spencer, you're not invited. But
Fair enough.
But we do, Spencer, you actually brought something for us we forgot to bring up at the beginning of the show. And Jake, if you could go grab that.
You bet.
So Spencer, can you give us some background on this?
If I could just take this opportunity to give my plug, like you often give guests on the show.
Yes, please do.
I would like to just give a shout out to one special listener, and that is my wife, Aubrey.
Aww.
And she had the great
best.
idea of giving you guys a little late Valentine gift. And so...
Late as of this airing, but she's
Correct.
very timely when she gave this to us.
Absolutely. Aubrey doesn't do anything late. And so we've got this here for you. Now, just so you don't get the wrong idea, we're not asking you to prom here.
Oh,
And I'm not aware that it's either of your birthdays. We just made this for Valentine's Day. And so we have here a chart.
Spencer, 1,000 times yes. I will go with you.
all right. So
all right.
Joel, you want to read it?
I'll read it.
Okay.
On this Valentine's Day, we want to give a Butterfinger boop to the three musketeers of our favorite Pop Rocks pop culture podcast. Whether it's a paycun bit, payday and bit of honey, nice, a bent bun,
Oh, man.
Dating is the word that's blocked there.
okay, dating story, a Jacob Twix, or a quotable line, sugar daddy doesn't eat pineapple.
Yeah.
There you go.
You're always making us laugh, Laffy Taffy. We don't care if you score your movies with starburst or letter grades. We're just glad you're on the air heads. Happy Valentine's Day from a couple of Slack jawbreaker
Yes, that's
jawbreaker
awesome.
yokels. Love, Spencer and Aubrey Larson. Hashtag Kent Caramellos and Marvel Tootsie Pops.
Sucks.
Oh, suckers. Suckers. Yeah, thank you, Spencer. That's
So happy
Spencer.
Valentine's.
And Aubrey as well.
I love you again. We're friends again. And Aubrey, you're the best.
Sorry about Kratos.
That was exhausting holding that thing.
It was more exhausting reading it, apparently.
We'll keep that on the Uncut Show.
All right.
But before we go, I'd like to thank everyone in our I'm the Listener category. So first we have Terry Finley, Stephen Ross, Adrian Gray, Chris Strout, Braden Winterton, Spencer Larson, the listener who is here with us right now.
Hey.
Crew Dutler, Colton Cook, Jennifer Kielkowski, and Arsenal. And from the Bacon Council, Nicole D. Hale, Chris Anderson, Ryan Farron, Mutz Mudro, and Reverse Listener.
But if you want to find me, you can find me at 76Joel on Twitter. You can find me performing with Quickwits. They perform every Saturday night at the Mid-Bell Performing Arts Center. For more details, go to qwcomedy.com. Go to the Quickwits Facebook page.
If you want to find me on Twitter or Instagram, it's at Kenny3DD. If you want to read my movie reviews, it's ShowtimeShowdown.com.
You can find me on Twitter at Jacob A. Rogers. Find Baconsale on Twitter and on Instagram at Baconsale. Go find our merchandise, tpublic.com/Baconsale. We need to update some things. So folks have been buying from there, though, recently.
Yeah.
Also, patreon.com/Baconsale. If you want to go get more of our content and go support us, tell us that you like the show, that's the place to do it. We really appreciate all of you there.
So until next time, we'll be mourning the loss of Kratos. Boy.
I have seen all 4 Shrek movies.
We put the explicit tag now on the show.
Yeah. Here on out.
Yeah. We deserve it. And I'm
That's
proud.
why Emily wasn't on for 2
Yeah,
years.
Baconsale After Dark.
Why is
Pretty
Jacob
good, it's fair.
pushing a $20 bill my way right now?
Already?
He does that to every guest. You don't want to wear a shirt in the jungle.
Is that what she said? The weakness of each of these guys
got their
is
crap.
being touched once.
Isn't that your weakness too, Kent? Mario is breaking people.
No, player 1 was blue pants.
Yeah.
Player 2 was red pants.
That's a Naughty Dog thing.
Yeah, you
Whoa,
are.
Jacob.
Whoa.
Calm
family friendly.
down.
Crash is a cheap imitation of Sonic the Hedgehog.
It's actually kind of funny.
Scratching your posterior.
What accent is that, Jake?
I don't know.
Someone that gets down to his boxer shorts if he's touched once. That sounds wrong.
Whoa.
You have a lot of comparisons with these guys, Kent.
Going commando. That's a problem for him.
Simon Belmont is a pansy.
Stole my joke, kid.
That was called bump and set, and then we both spiked.
Stole the ball and then you spiked it. I wish I was hot and hot news.
Baconsale. Boom, fingers of steel. Yeah, I do that too. You an adventurer?
Animals are enslaved by captors and then forced to fight each other.
Yeah.
Until they're unconscious.
For kids. Yeah.
Wait, is he German?
I wish
Doom
I could just
responsible-
write Doom Guy up here as the winner, but I never know what you guys are going to do.
How would it be to absorb
about
a
it.
dolphin soul?
Yeah, Doom Guy doesn't even have a mother.
Oh yeah, this one's easy, guys. This one's easy because the dragon versus the knight. Not like a dolphin versus a marine who fights demons from hell.
You can always kill yourself.
Yeah, especially if there's a dolphin nearby.
You think Kirby's going to stop Echo the dolphin?
There's no way.
Don't be crazy.
Good luck
Joel.
catching
I've got
him.
the power of blowholes. Down with dolphins.
Oh, they're beautiful creatures.
I'm eating non-dolphin safe tuna for the rest of the month.
Sharukan, Harukan, Spencer.
No,
Get over
no,
here.
no, don't
Get
kill,
over here.
Don't kill the listener.
Not again, Kent.
You get to see a large beaver is a god.
He's in an eternal loop in those barrels.
Please do not insult my religion. Thank you. Also, he has a coconut gun in Donkey Kong
Shut up!
64.
Shut up, Spencer. Now I know how Joel feels.
Mega high!
I'm so triggered right now. Donkey Kong the God Killer. Ooh, this next one's good. Good. You're really into this next one, Kent. Yeah, zero suit, yeah.
No, ew, Ken.
Well,
You made it ew.
no, he did.
No, you did.
Catching
I've got
him.
the power of blowholes.
But it's a pterodactyl with bad intentions.